We're live. Apologies for the late arrival. A very, very late arrival. I'm not going to lie. I was asleep. I've not been well. I've been very, very unwell. I even set my alarm to wake me up, and then it was only. I'll tell you, we've got to praise. And if he's in the chat at all, it's Dave Goodyear. For some reason, my phone went off, and it's Dave, and he's saying, "Are you all right, mate? Are you all right?" Anyway, we're here. We're live. We're live. We're live. I hope we're bloody live. Anyway, right. Apologies. A bit flustered. A little bit flustered. Hope everybody's in the chat. Well done to everybody for having a bit of patience. Having a bit of patience there. We've got a team lineup. You all know it. It's a bloody surprise to me. It's Fabianski in goal. Johnson retains his place at right back. Kurt Zouma, we've got the answer here, by the way. Who's going to partner Zouma? Well, it's Dawson. I guess we knew that, really, didn't we? Particularly considering Dawson came in and did so well against Liverpool. Aaron Cresswell at left back. We got the two stalwarts, the twin towers, let's say, in the middle of the pitch, with Thomas Souček and Declan Rice. And, of course, we got Fornals, Ben Rama, Bowen, and Antonio. We'll deal with a subs bench in just a minute. There was a little bit, some suggestions maybe that Declan Rice didn't play. Sorry, I'm sorry. No, I haven't been made. I haven't been manscaping. That's why I was late. I was trimming myself up just for you. No, honestly. Honestly, none of that had been happening. Look, there was a bit of a suggestion Declan Rice was sick. I don't blame him. I'm sick. I'm ill. I got a sore throat. It's going to be even worse after this. Sorry, I can't get that manscaping thing. Anyway, there we go. Welcome, one and all. There was a bit of a suggestion Declan Rice wouldn't play. He was sick. He's not sick. He looks fit as a fiddle. And he, right. Well, you know what? He played so well against Liverpool. I was surprised that he was poorly. He certainly did a lot better job when he's poorly than I do. Anyway, the lineup is very, very good. Leah's just saying that he's happy with this lineup. I'm happy with this lineup. This is the lineup we want. Let's just go through the bench right now. Areola, Soufal, Diop, Masuaku, Krau, which is good to see Krau back there, of course. Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Vlasic. That's a very strong bench, actually. It's a very, very strong bench. Someone's already asked me for my my prediction. So sorry, I'm reading your comments. Brilliant. You lot are absolutely brilliant. So thank you. And I do sincerely apologise, by the way. My prediction for this game is a 3-0 win for West Ham, but I don't think it'll be a walkover. Please don't go putting any money on. Obviously, Gio mentioned in the preview that to get some money on my prediction. Please don't put any money on my prediction. I've really completely fluked the last two. All right, so please don't waste any of your money. 10 pence or something like that. A little cheeky flutter, maybe. That's absolutely fine. I guess the big questions ahead of this one was who was going to play at right back. We got the answer there. And obviously, who was going to play at centre back. We got the answer there as well. Diop can feel a little bit disappointed in terms of how well he's played in Europe. But I can also, you look at it and you think, Dawson deserves to be there. Who's got Dawson on the bench? Who's got Dawson? Oh, Charlie, you got Dawson on the bench, mate. You got Dawson. He's not on the bench. He's definitely on the pitch. And as Alan says, if Gonzo says 3-0, it will be 3-0. Oh, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if that was the case? If I just said a scoreline and that was the scoreline, that would be, oh no, look at this. Look at this. Mick says it's too late. He put £4.25. Do I have to work that out? Have I got to work that out? How much that's going to yield you? That's a decent. I think that's a decent little bit of money there, Mick. Actually, I guess we probably better put a bet together at some point. What I'll do is when Charlie comes and joins me, whilst Charlie talks a little bit, I'll then put a bet together because the old 123 quid, Mick. Okay, lovely. The old multitasking is always going to be difficult, I find, when I'm trying to do the app, talk to you guys, and run through all the surprises of the day. So how are we feeling about today? This is a good one. Gio's there, just in case you don't know. Otherwise, Gio would have started up this started up this stream without me being asleep, snoozing on the sofa. Actually, I feel confident. Obviously, 3-0 win. I think it's a. He said he's going to. He said he's going to unleash Pedence. Actually, do we have the Charlie? If you're there, Beaver and Array in the background. Thank you very much. Hussar, Semedo, Kilman, Cody, Sice, Nori, Neves, Tino, Pedence. He is Jimenez and Huang. Okay. Jose Sar, Semedo, Killman. He probably didn't. Cody, Sice, 8 Nori. He ate Nori. Poor old Nori. Neves, Martino, Pedence. Okay, Pedence is a sneaky little twisty turny player. Like a little wasp, actually. And I'm more like a wolf, probably. He worries me. Jimenez worried me. Huang is in. This is a good team. Perhaps I'm a bit arrogant saying 3-0. Maybe I am, but as Woody says, if Gonzo says 3-0, it shall be 3-0. I bloody hope so. Anyway, we'll have a look at this stuff once I put the bet together, which I will do. We'll do a little cheeky, a little cheeky bet. Just looking at a few of your comments now. Absolutely. I wonder if he plays Huangman. That's not a good joke, is it? That's a bad joke. I'll tell you what, the international break. I don't mind when you're close to the championship and things like that, but I think it feels like there've been 3. I think there's been 3 since the start of the season. It kills my fix of football, and particularly when we're doing well. I think when we're struggling, I don't mind it so much. But West Ham aren't struggling anymore. Big game today, by the way. Big game. What I'm going to do is let me just have a little look at the Premier League at the moment. Let's just have a quick run through. Okay, so Chelsea are beating Leicester 3-0. Leicester are going to, I don't mean struggle. They'll be mid-table, but are Leicester going to finish above us this season? I don't think they will, looking at what they've done. Newcastle, Brentford, that's interesting. Doesn't really impact us. Draw, I think, for that one, by the way. Burnley, Palace, anything can happen, doesn't really impact us. Palace playing well, but Burnley can be resolute and hard to beat, can't they, really? Villa, Brighton. Oh, of course, Stevie Gerrard's in Aston Villa. Don't know if that'll make... maybe it'll improve them a bit. Who knows? Watford, Manchester United. This one does impact us. Come on, Watford. Get a draw. I'd love Watford to get a draw here. I don't want Man United to lose, okay? And the reason I don't want Man United to lose is because I don't want Solskjaer to get sacked yet. Well, I don't want him ever to get sacked. Solskjaer for lifetime manager of Manchester United, because while Solskjaer's there, we can finish ahead of Man United. Wolves, West Ham, obviously, we know all about that. Norwich, Southampton doesn't overly impact us, but you fancy Southampton to win. Of course, Norwich got a new manager as well. Liverpool, Arsenal. That's interesting. That is going to be a really interesting one. That does impact us. What do we want there? I think we want a draw, don't we, in that one? Man City, Everton tomorrow impacts us. Tottenham, Leeds doesn't really impact us, does it? These are 2 lower placed teams in the Premier League. Doesn't really bother us at all. We don't concern ourselves. Honestly, in all, it doesn't really matter. It could be Grimsby against Doncaster. That one doesn't really bother us at all, does it? Anyway, there we go. Clean sheet. Who's saying about the clean sheet? There he is. Harry. He loves a clean sheet. Don't we all love a clean sheet, Harry? And I'll tell you what, this could be a really, really good time to get one today, because I think there'll be a little bit of nervousness around the squads just because Ogbonna's out. I think if Dawson can come in and we can say, look, okay, it's a shame about Ogbonna, and it is a massive shame about Ogbonna. I don't think there's any way to spin this positively, by the way. However, if Dawson can come in and he can say, okay, well, we can keep a tight defence. We can continue in the vein that we were, just because actually, if you weren't on the Patreon breakfast, sorry, Matt. If you weren't at the Patreon breakfast, you wouldn't have heard what I said about Ogbonna. I think it's be hard, really hard for him to recover from this, actually, and to come back the same player. They're hard injuries to return from at the best of time. When you're in your mid-20s and you you're young and fruity, but even more difficult when you're in your mid-30s. I say mid-20s. Talking about someone that's in their mid-20s and firm and fruity.
I've been called worse. I'll take that. I'll take that happily.
I apologise, Charlie, for being late.
That's all right. Don't worry. Listen. If there's one thing my teachers taught me by having a go at me for being late all the time, is that it never stopped me being late again. So don't worry about it, bro. Just you know what I mean. As long as you're feeling firmer and fruitier than you were before the nap, then I think it's a net positive in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, look, we're all right. It doesn't seem to have impacted the team at all. They seem to have got the team line up out even without me. So West Ham didn't alter their time frame and their the way they're doing everything, because I was a little bit croaky and a little bit sleepy. And I don't know if you are there. Well, if Dave is there, thank you, Dave, for phoning me out. All I can say is, well, actually, he texted me. For some reason, the text, Dave texting me on WhatsApp, made more noise than my actual alarm. I actually started to reply as well. What am I doing? Why am I replying? Get down there, jump on, do the video. So apologies, Dave. I wasn't being rude by not replying. Charlie, say some stuff. Let me work out a bit.
Some stuff. There you go. Yes, hello everyone. How are you? How are you all? I hope you're well. I don't know how today's going to go at all. I've been listening to Gonzo trying desperately to nail it, which he has been doing, to be fair. You've been doing a better job than I have when I've just woken up and done these sometimes, so I respect it. But I'm less confident. Maybe not less confident. Maybe that's not the way of wording it. But I haven't seen enough of Wolves this year yet, like post Nuno, let's say, to really deep how they play. I don't know properly. If they could come out today and be a possession-based attacking side, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. And they could come out today and be the most counter-attacking defensive side you've ever seen, a la Nuno, and I'd be like, yeah, sure.
A la Nuno?
Very much so. Very much so.
He's doing well for himself.
So while Gonzo sorts this, I want to know your confidence levels, chat, because I have no clue, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible, how confident are you of a West Ham result today? Woody, stop it.
What's Woody doing?
Stop it.
What's he took Mac clips for?
He's being noise. That's all he's being noise. Yeah, so let me know your confidence levels, because I have not the foggiest.
So West Ham clips got banned from Twitter.
Clips did get banned from Twitter, yes. For I believe Charlie's a wool shaver. I was planning on getting rid of this, but I've had such a busy day. I've not had the time to. But it is listen. Gonzo's seen my beard significantly longer than this. Let's be real about it. Gonzo's seen Charlie at full Gandalf. So
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, we love the full Gandalf. By the way, as ever, right? There it is. Oh, I'll tell you what, don't get me started. But I'm going to go with the... after really slagging him off that time, Charlie, the problem may have been with my phone.
Yes. Yeah, you did go in, and I felt like warning you about this. I tried to, but you went in. You went in.
The other thing with Bet365 is they call it soccer.
Fair. I mean, look, listen. As a Yorkshire pudding eating proud Englishman, is that acceptable? I don't know.
But I'll tell you what I do know is I've got it up here, and I'm going to start the bet builder, right?
Okay. Just before you do that, right? We're looking at 9, 6, 6, 7, 11. Ray is so confident he's broken the scale, instantaneously gone. So I said 1 to 10. Ray has instantly gone to an 11, right?
What do you mean he's gone 11? What's he done?
He's confused, man. Don't worry about it. Hey, 7, 10. Gary Page saying 4-0 will come out all guns blazing. 8, 6,
I see.
7.5, 5, 7. You can click that, Charlie Ray. Stop it once more, please. I beg of you. 6.7, 8, 6, 2, 8. 2/3 in dog/wolf years, says Jordan, who's really testing my knowledge of dog/wolf years, which I would go as far as to say, Gonzo, is 0. I don't know anything.
I've got a couple of wolves. Well, I've got a couple of dogs actually.
If
but
if
not-
what's 2 in dog years?
No, I don't know. This always confuses me because my dogs are 8. And I had this
Okay.
conversation with somebody the other day, and one of my dogs is struggling at the moment. And someone said, "Well, you got to remember he's an old man in dog years." What is he? Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that is actually is quite old for a dog, you know.
It
So
sounds old for a dog, but again, I have no concept of. There's a dog near us, right? Very brief aside. I was out going shops the other day, and I saw this dog near us for the first time. Gonzo, it was bloody huge. It went
sort of,
like it
sort
went
of was a
up to.
dog. Was there a policeman riding it? 'Cause it
Bro,
probably
right, I'm
wasn't a dog.
standing up, right? I'm 6 foot tall for context, right?
Are you
Honestly,
6 foot tall, Charlie?
yeah,
Have you
yeah.
grown since I saw you?
Yeah, like 8 foot. It was mad. I was -2 foot. Up to about here, mate. Terrifying. Looked fluffy, but I would not trust it. Is all I'll say.
Well, I would trust it. It's the little ones you got to be careful. The only time I've ever been bitten by a dog was a Chihuahua.
Really?
Yes, yeah, it bit. I tell you now. Right, I'll tell you the story quickly, and then we'll do that when we do the West Ham bet. Right?
Sure.
I went to I was doing bathroom fitting at the time. Got invited around to do to price up a bathroom. I walked in, weirdest thing in the world. Weirdest thing. The whole house was like a shrine to this bathroom. You ever been, you know, sometimes you go to a normal house, but they make it almost like Buckingham Palace. So
Yes.
like it's all in gold and marble and stuff like that. It's a 3-bedroom semi-detached house, marble floors, gold banisters and the rest of it. You know, like the little red cushion things that they would hand the crown to the queen on, you know, one of them, but the dog had its own throne. I'm not pissing about. The dog had its own throne. Pictures of the dog everywhere. Right, this dog was royalty. Anyway, it's not for me to judge, but I did. And anyway, so I went in there, and she said, "Oh, the bathroom's upstairs. Come and look at the bathroom." So obviously, price up to fit a new bathroom, and she said, "Oh, it's just in there." And I was wearing shorts at the time. It was the summer. I walked in the bathroom to have a look at the shower to take the measurements of it. As I walked in there, the dog ran up behind me and bit my heel, the back of my leg, right? And it was, I was shocked. And I looked down, and it was bleeding. Right, this little thing, and the dog was small, right? But she said, "Oh, are you all right?" I said, "It bit me. I was in shock. Your dog bit me." And she said, "Oh." And she said, "Are you all right?" I said, "No," because it sort of like even hurt the bone on the back of my leg. I said, "No, I really hurt." And she said, "Oh, I'm bleeding." She said, I'm sorry. I don't know why it did that. Do you know what she said to me? She said, "But oh, yeah, perhaps it's because you walked into the bathroom." I said, "But you asked me to walk into the bathroom. That's why I'm here." So it doesn't like people going to the bathroom. What? Why didn't you tell me this? What are you doing inviting someone around? Anyway, I was a bit flustered. I measured up, and she phoned me back a couple of days later. Said, "Oh, we haven't had the price from the bathroom yet." And I said, "No, I don't think I'm going to do it because, you know, I didn't say because it's a dangerous animal and all the rest of it." And she said, "You're not going to report us, are you? Because I don't want whatever his name, you know, whatever King Louis put down or whatever." I said, "No, you know, you're all right. Don't worry about it. But I'm not doing your bathroom either." There you go. There's a nice story. Right. Okay. Player to score.
I do. They're just pink. Sorry, everyone. When I stood up there, everyone saw a flash of pink trousers, but they went no trousers.
Bum. They thought bum. Just bum. He's completely manscaped. He's
I don't want to show off, Gonzo, but they are Marks and Spencer's luxury loungewear. I don't want to show off, but I'm very comfortable right now. Anyway, let's get on to this bet.
Okay.
Let's get on to this. Let's lose some money.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's do something really ridiculous. Can I have a bow and goal? There you go. I like that. So that's Matt. Right. Let's do a bow and goal. Let's do any time. Okay. So we'll add that for 5-2. Right. Okay. Shall we do my scoreline? Shall we do 3-0?
I back that. That seems wild.
Okay.
As someone who doesn't bet, like when you do these with Gio and I'm hearing them in the background, I don't bet, right? So Gio's like, "Oh no, we can't do that. We can do that, bro. 3-0. Let's go in. Let's go ham."
Dawson goal. Do you know what? I've been told off by somebody. Why you never do Dawson goal? He's written that in Zoomer language, by the way. Why you never do Dawson goal? I'll tell you what, prize king, for you, just for you, Gonzo do Dawson goal. Right? Where is it? Player to score. Let's find him. He's way down the list. He's way down the list. Do we even? There we go. And okay.
One thing I know. I'll say this. This is one thing I did notice. Late last night, I was looking at the who scored for Wolves, and they have the pros and cons of each team, their strengths and weaknesses. I did notice that one of Wolves' strengths under the very strong category was defending set pieces.
Oh, really? What are they going to need?
But again, I've not seen them, so I can't speak to it. I'm just putting that in. I'm just putting the cat amongst the pigeons, and then we're seeing what happens.
Yeah.
I'm putting the chihuahuas amongst the plumbers, and we're seeing what goes on.
This is what I'm talking about.
Who is Dawson goal?
This is what it's. We can't have a Bowen assist. Where's Zuma? Zuma team. Zuma lineup starting. I think we can certainly say that. Okay, give me a card, please. Give me a card. Give me a player to get a card. If you know something about Wolves,
if you know more than either of us do, or at least me,
I'm looking for somebody. It's the first person to say something.
We're saying someone. What we mean is,
come on. At the moment, I've got Paul Flower, Sice,
red cards. Red card.
Should we do it?
I'm backing it. I'm backing it.
Should we do it?
This is going to be the worst bet of all time, and I'm backing it.
Oh my word! That's brilliant. Oh, that is brilliant. Okay, right. That is I love it. I absolutely love it. This is a very, very particular. It's a very particular bet. Okay. This is brilliant. Okay, right. Sorry, I'm having to look behind the thing here. All right. Okay. So basically, you're going to win a grand if this comes in. All right. You're going to win a grand. So let's start. Is that done? I think it's done. Let me just check the bet is in. My bet. It's in.
A grand from how much? A grand from how much? We're putting in how much?
25 pence.
25 pence you're winning a grand.
What?
Imagine that.
A grand. I think it's 1,000 and about 1,070 or 1,080 quid, something like that.
80 quid. That's going to get you like.
I'll tell you what. I'll give the 80 quid to someone else. Someone can have a grand, right?
Well, there you go.
So this has got to happen. Bowen is going to score. The full time score will be 3-0. All right, to West Ham, obviously. Craig Dawson's going to score, and Sice. I was going to go with Wang was going to be used, by the way.
Yeah,
Wang was going to be used, but it's going to be slightly different to that. So Sice to be sent off, Dawson to score, West Ham to win 3-0, and Bowen to score. Okay. No, this is the phrase. You've got to enter this phrase to be in with a shout. If that bet comes in, the trouble is, Charlie, I always assume everyone that's joins us for these shows knows. But then you've always got to think, hold on, there might be somebody that's never seen this ridiculous pre-match show before.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. The reason we've just done a bet, all right, and the reason we've picked all these ridiculous things, if this bet comes in, one of you in the chat is going to win a grand and someone else will win 80 quid. But those things have to happen.
English pounds.
But you're only entered into the bet / competition thingy if you utter and you have to type in the phrase that I am going to say now.
Here we go. Load it up. Get your typing fingers ready. Here comes the phrase.
No wanky panky.
Good luck spelling it, everyone. No wanky panky.
Wanky panky. I love it that people type. Here we go. It's like they're waiting. They're waiting for the phrase. That'll do. You don't even need the E's. If you don't want to put the E's in there, I probably would have done the E's myself, but I don't know. Actually, I don't mind how you spell it. That'll do as well. I probably would have spelt it like that, but I don't care. Who knows? We're making this stuff up as we go. As we go along.
What are you talking about? This is a meticulously planned show, Gonzo. How dare you?
It is.
We planned to start 10 minutes late, and we will finish as we started.
And we'll finish 10 minutes late. There you go.
There you go.
This is what it's all about. So let's just let me just get rid of that screen a second there. Charlie.
Yes.
This match, I don't know how we're going to do this. This match is not on the telly.
Yeah, it's not. That is a thing I have realized since we started doing this, and it's something that I'm going to have to think through.
Yeah, so there'll be people here who'll be trying to watch this game, even though it's not on the telly. Somehow, I'm getting me chopper out and taking a helicopter
Are you doing
to
what now?
Wolverhampton. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
All
how
right.
I'll be watching it, and I'll be
Okay.
back. As Arnie said. Also, there's another man that likes a chopper.
He did. He wanted everyone to get to it. Quick step.
He did.
ASAP,
He did.
you know?
So yeah. So I'll be obviously watching the game live
Yeah.
and then flying back to the shed for the video. Goldie. It's not my chopper. As I've managed to get hold of David Gold's chopper.
Nice. See, what you should have done is what I did, which is why I had to wake up early this morning. This might look like my living room, Gonzo, but actually I'm in North Idaho in America, where of course it is being shown on something that the chat will remind me it is on in America.
That
is how I'll be watching it.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that watch these things on something called, all these, we don't agree with that or condone that sort of thing that people are saying in the chat there. If people want to go and do that sort of thing, then that's their own business.
Never heard of never heard of it. Never heard of it.
ESPN apparently are showing it in the obviously
that's
for yourself who's in
the
States. You can watch it there. If only there was a way to be able to watch ESPN in this country.
It would be beautiful. But if you don't have access...
Sorry, I like this. Where's Paul gone? I like this. Put the radio on and we can have a hear-along instead.
Well, there you go. There you go.
I like it. I like the hear-along.
Hear-along.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I see. The trouble is I can't pop any of this illegal stuff up for obvious reasons. So there we go.
Anyway. Watch this, Gonzo. Are you ready for this? Go on. But what you can do is, hang on, wait, let me move my phone out of the way because I can't see the button. What you can do, everyone, is if you haven't got access to let's say a way of watching it today for whatever reason, it could be because you're in the UK, could be you're in Antarctica or something like that. Let's just say you haven't, for example. What you can do is you can go on our Discord, right, which is in the link below. If you scroll down there, it says join our Discord. If you click on that and then scroll down on the left-hand side, it's completely free to join, by the way. Lovely West Ham community there. Scroll down on the side, there's a bit which says stream links. Click on that, and I promise you, it has what you're looking for potentially. I'm just saying.
Very clever graphic that you did there. Did the start of it look like a little cheese?
Right.
A little circular cheese.
If you know what's going on, slap the red. Get your baby bells in chat.
Baby bell. Yes.
There was baby bells. Gonzo, so what's happened? Do you remember when I was talking about oranges being the lucky fruit? I don't know if you remember this.
Yes, I do remember. Yeah,
We've moved on from this now, okay? Yeah. Because I've got stomach issues, and the doctor said to me, I went to the doctors and I was like, right, what can I do? And he was like, there was a list of food, sorry. He was like, you should probably try and avoid these if you can.
Number one, he read baby bell is a fruit, do you?
No. And I should say before we carry on, Mulchmite128 is the person who made that graphic. Shout out to Mulchmite. Subscribe to their channel if you don't already.
What, he did that graphic-y thing?
That thing we just saw, that little animation. Banging. Mulchmite128 is the person who did that. So get on that.
Does he want to make one for my pinball channel?
Mulchmite, there you go. I'll put you in touch with Gonzo. But yeah, no. So there was a list of food not to eat, and the first one he reads out, he goes, "Do you eat a lot of oranges?" And I've been shoving oranges whole into my mouth in these watch-alongs because they're the lucky fruit. So obviously I can't do that anymore. So on the watch-along a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, maybe a bit longer, I ate a baby bell and then we won. And so now the baby bell is the lucky food. So if you've seen baby bells, if you've pre-baby bells in that animation, that is where that came from.
That's the lucky fruit. The cheese, the processed cheese ball is the lucky fruit.
Well, it's lucky food more than lucky fruit.
Okay.
But that's why that is. But so if you're looking for it, join the Discord below. There's the stuff you're looking for is all I'll say. I can't tell you what, but I'm saying potentially you'll find what you're looking for.
I almost set up a cheese business when I was younger. I was always going to go into the fromage business. However, the making of the cheese, the selling of the cheese was fine. What I had a real problem with, Charlie, was when it came to doing the business side of things, and particularly
Yes.
gathering all the funds, gathering all the finances, and putting it all together, and just finding a way to monetize it and a way to calculate all my revenue from this fantastic cheese making. What should I have done in such a circumstance?
If you were looking to calculate revenue and all that kind of nonsense, what I would suggest is going to Stuart Morris Accountants. They're based in Ilford. West Ham fan hooks us up. That's why we know them. That's why we love them. That's why they support us. And I'll tell you what, they're pretty flipping good at what they do. They could have done all that maths for you. You would have been struggling with that maths and they could have done it for you. Stuart Morris Accountants, thank you very much for sponsoring the watch along once again, making it possible to even happen. But Gonzo, that's what I would have said. Go to Stuart Morris.
Well, I'm glad you said it, and I like Jimmy said that's a bit immature.
Very good. Nah, very good.
I like it. I like a cheese gag. That's very good.
Very good. Ray's asking, just very quickly before you go, Gonzo. Ray's asking to do the wheel of takeaways. Now, what are you, Gonzo? Are you free? Not this Monday or Tuesday, but the Monday or Tuesday after that. Do you have an out?
Yeah. Of course I can.
Would you like to come on Spanners specifically for the wheel of takeaways? Okay, good.
I would love to come on Spanners for the wheel of takeaways. What Spanners, Gio? What's your name?
How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir?
What's your name? I don't know your name. Tell everybody what Spanners is, Charlie.
Two Spanners, One Hammer is the thing that is on patreon.com/Hammers Chat. If you want to check that out, that is also the link in the description below. Click on that. You can join that. Two Spanners, One Hammer is the Hammers Chat. Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. That's myself and Ray, who is in the chat there. We're all over that. So patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Have a little gander. This week, on Monday or Tuesday, Ray, I haven't told you this yet, we've got Peach on. Peach is coming on. He's coming on live from the hospital because he's currently in the hospital. And he's coming
I'm not laughing because he's in hospital. I'm laughing at the man's dedication.
He's the hardest working man in West Ham YouTube, in my opinion. That guy puts out more videos than anyone else writes to. But he'll be coming on. And then the week after that, it'll be your boy Gonzo. So come and get involved. Come and get involved.
Absolutely. Peach is the chosen fruit as well, maybe.
Potentially. I've never eaten a peach.
What?
I've never eaten a peach.
Well, it's covered in material, which is the problem I have with a peach. A nectarine is better. It's smooth.
That is true. I do.
It's got
nectarine.
fluff.
I've got a load of
a peach has got fluff on it.
Mm.
And I never.
That's why I've never.
I never like to eat anything furry, Charlie.
Listen, each to their own.
Absolutely.
Each to their own. But I assume you'll be back for the full-time review. I assume.
Assume all you want, my friend.
I'll tell you what I'll do. About 90th minute, I'll give you a bell.
Thanks.
And we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
No worries.
Manscape your peaches, says P-Gads. Quite right. Actually, I do know you hate. Jazza says it. I know you hate peaches. We've discussed this before.
It's just the weird tech. I don't like. It's the same reason I don't eat mushrooms. The texture's all off.
Gio has never eaten a banana.
See, that's just insanity to me. Bananas are an elite.
Well, hold on. You've never eaten a peach. Understandable. Gio's never eaten a banana. Weird.
That is weird, bro. They're an elite fruit. Bananas an elite fruit. Potassium.
That's not an elite fruit. I reckon it's a stock standard.
No, that's an elite fruit, my friend. Don't make me get a fruit tier list up right now because bananas are up there. Name 5 fruits better than bananas.
Are you joking? That's like it's easy.
Go on then.
Cherries, blueberries, nectarines, plums, raspberries. I mean, it's just loads of things that are better.
You're just wrong.
I mean, it's just strawberry. Thank you, Russell.
Strawberry, I'll give you. Strawberry, I'll have
all the berries. Actually, apart from a gooseberry.
We can agree on
sour.
that.
We've all been a gooseberry, haven't we? A bit sour, the gooseberry. Blackberries. I don't like the black currant. I don't mind it if it's a black currant flavored drink, but I don't like a black currant. That's the easiest way to ruin a cheesecake, I find.
Okay, strongly agree there. I do strongly agree there. I'm not going to lie to you. Some of your other choices there were a bit wild, but I do strongly agree there.
Well, I don't even think it's controversial to suggest a cherry is better than a banana.
Mary Berry. Matt Berry's pretty good. He's a good actor, isn't he? What are we doing in the shadows and all that?
Right, okay. Well, should we leave it there? Well, I won't leave it there. Well, I will leave it there. You won't. See, I've still bloody woken up yet.
I'll be here for several hours. Well, thank you very much. And remember, if you want to hear more of Gonzo, when he's actually more corpus mentis, where he's actually woken up, You'll be able to get some full, like, awake thoughts at full time. I would suggest you stick around until then. But of course, between now and then, there is the watch along. Make sure to come and get involved. Nick Berry, Chuck Berry. There's a lot of good berries. We've decided.
Dewberry.
Yes, very much so. Yep, I do agree.
Yeah, I do apologise. I'm not well. I'm not well at the moment, by the way. So that's why.
Right.
So apologies. There we go. I took the
Well,
test.
I'll see you full time then, my friend.
You see it full time. Sorry to interrupt your watch along and all that, Charlie. And
listen,
muck up the Hammers Chat schedule.
We started it 10 minutes late. We'll end the build up 10 minutes late. Do you know what I mean? That's totally fair with me. That's totally fine with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to fly to Wolverhampton now to watch the game.
Right.
There's no other way to watch it.
Get to the chopper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the T1000.
I didn't do the accent. But there we go, everyone. Just in case you weren't aware, Stuart Morris Accountants is definitely something you should check out. Shout out to them and shout out to them for making it possible. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Hello. How are you? I really don't want to waste the match. Has anyone got a good site? Well, listen, I'd say to you, Jordan, what I would say to you is that if you wanted to see the game, if you scroll beneath this very video here, there's a bit that says join our Discord. It's completely free to join. 100% join. Lovely West Ham community, lovely Hammers Chat community. But if you scroll down the left-hand side, stream links is there. You click on that, you'll find what you're looking for. Madman, if you're good to see you, wax my cheese and call me Bell. It's the Trends Charlie. Thank you. How are you, my friend? How are you? And how is everyone else? We've had some confidence levels. Let's skip that, shall we? Let's go straight to. I tell you what. Let's go straight to Sub Bingo. Sub Bingo, ladies and gentlemen, was the game where we decide when David Moyes will make his first substitution. Okay, you have to put your minute in. Now, here's the bench underneath. You can say what you think the substitution will be, but there's the bench. You just have to say what time it is. I'll stick to 69, and I'll tell you what. I'm going Rice off, Crow on. That's my bet. 69 minutes. And it's because I'm scared about this Declan Rice illness thing. It sounds very scary. That's legit how I watch it. There you go. Jacob saying it. And to be honest with you, it may or may not be today. I don't know. I'm in North Idaho. Knackered. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Stevie C. Yes. I mean, don't trust me. I'm terrible at everything. But at the same time, yes. What are we saying? Help me Boo's going in with a 2-1. Big plays. Help me. I would be very happy with that. 57-27. 31-27. Sorry, it's 67. Apologies, Jacob. Apologies. 79. How are you watching the game when it's not televised? I'm in North Idaho. But again, if you need to find it somewhere, if you're looking for it, then what I would suggest is to scroll down below, join our Discord, all of that good stuff. You will find what you're looking for in the stream link section. I'm going to keep clicking that because it's just a button I have on command now. 67. Chris is in Nashville. Good to see Chris. That's another one we'll be talking about in a second. Is actually where we're at. Very much looking forward to this one. I am as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm nervous as all hell, but I am looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. What else we got? 67 minutes. Kufal for Johnson. Come on, Kane. Ben Rama off Vlasic, 74, 81. Kufal on to protect the lead. That's a strong shout, actually, Evan. That's a very strong shout. Lanzini on, Antonio off, 73rd. I'm in Alabama. Love that. Go for a cheeky 2-0 win. Ooh. 85th minute, Yama for his contract. 82nd minute. The first second, says Jimmy, which is always a terrifying bet that everyone will bring up. 75th minute. Fair. 45th minute, Rice off, Crowell on for win. Yeah, that makes sense as well. 70th minute, Benny off, Vlasic on. 64th minute, Vlasic on. I'll tell you what, let's get to the other funny one. Let's get to the not funny, the other fun one. Where are we all watching from today? Remember that it's not on in the UK today. It's not being televised because they're not allowed to televise 3 p.m. Saturday kickoffs for some stupid reason. So it's not on in the UK. So I'm expecting some wild places. Like I said, I've travelled to my holiday home in North Idaho to watch this one. Where are you all at? Wally is watching from Stowe's Bar. Hello, Stowe's Bar. Hello, Wally. Hope you're well, my friend. And hope Stowe's Bar's all good. Hope Stowe's well. West Ham and Ghostbusters in the same day. Come on. Oh, enjoy the new Ghostbusters film. I've heard good things. I haven't watched it myself. I've heard good things. But I'm looking forward to watching it at some point. 74, 67. YG. Come on, third eye. 78, 70, 65. I think that was all of them from above. I think that was all of them. Let's have a look at some of these places, shall we? Let's have a little look-see as I scroll, as the chat moves like a madman. Watching from Scott's bum. Wild. Wild. Enjoy yourself, but wild. Is that the one? Sant'Icilio Gokoko. Is that one? I don't think it is that one. I think that's a different one, isn't it? Watching from, I'll try it. I'll say the one I think it is, even though I think I'm wrong. Watching from Clagvai Fusilia Cantacilia Gokoko. I don't think it is that one, but I've given it a shot, Jordan. I've given it a shot. Ohio, Prague, Norway, Perth, West Australia, Australian Outback, mate. Love that, Joan. Love that. Newark, Canvey Island, Brizzy. Love that. Good to see you, Harry, by the way. I saw you say hello before. Good to see you. Manchester, Golden, Colorado, Stratford. Where is it? In Baltimore, Maryland. Making pancake. Yo, yes. Yes, love that. Love that. Where else we at? Canvey, Indian Head, Canada. Love that. Good to see the Good to see the Broomfields in. Hope you're both well. Where can we watch the game? Link in the description below, Mark. Join our Discord. It will help you out. I promise you that. Alabama, USA telescope from the top of the shard. Big plays. Big plays. Big. You know what I mean? Just having a little gander, seeing what's going on. Must be a good telescope. You'd have to see, like, bend it around us. Maybe it's the curvature of the earth. I'm not smart enough. Not sure if I'm in South Africa or Canada. Either a vibe, Chuck, is what I'd say. Either a good place to be. The Falkland Islands. David Moyes' new coffee machine. Just having a little gander. Through the espressos. Just seeing what's going on. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dorset. Love that. Perth, West Australia. Zimbabwe. Yo. Kane's coming at us from Zim. Love that. Defenders, Lincolnshire, Leon. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I've started doing this now. I don't know when I started doing it. I noticed it the other day. I did a different video and I did that. And I was like, when did I start? I don't know. Watching from Sweden. Love that. Not like he said so, bless him. Look, he's ill. We'll give it. You know what I mean? We'll give it. Any reason the game's not on TV? Yeah, the Tower. It's because they don't do Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs, don't they? And now we're more open. They want to try and allow everyone to see it. Clips. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. I knew the second you turned up in Peach's live chat yesterday, it was going to kick off. And it did. You'll say it like Lanfair Puil Gwyn Gilgog each Run drop Willan T Cilio go. So it is that one. That's fair. For those asking for the teams, that is it. I'll read it out properly in a second. But it is that one. So Lanfair will Gwyn Gil go Gin Run drop Willan T Cilio go. I feel like I nailed it. I know I didn't. I feel like I nailed it. I know I didn't. Right. So let's go through. Okay. So if you're vibing the teams, let's have a bit more of a deeps of them, shall we? We'll start on this side. Let's go over to. Let's press this button. Will it work? Yes, it will. Come on, there we go. Right, Fabi Hansigi in goal. Johnson, Zuma, Dawson, and Cresswell in defense. If you're thinking what kind of person will partner Kurt Zuma in the absence of Angelo Ogbonna, there is your answer. It's your boy Craig Dawson's got the nod. Let me know how you know about that in the chat. Let me know how you feel about that in the chat. Rice does start after being sick, apparently, with Thomas Souček in midfield. Fornals, Ben Rama, and Bowen start just behind Antonio in what can only be described as a very predictable, outside of Dawson, a very predictable 11. Ariola, Kufau, Diop, Masuaku, Kraut, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Vlasic on the bench. This says A Top Lag because that's my Twitter account. I haven't changed this from my gaming one yet. I'll try at some point when I remember. The Wolves lineup is as such. It's got a little video. If I click full screen on the video, what's that going to do? We'll still with that. Jose Sa in goal. Semedo, Kilman, Cody, Saiz, and Ayat Nori in defense. They, of course, play back five. Ayat Nori and Semedo will be the wing backs in that scenario. Neves and Moutinho in the middle with Jimenez, Podence, and Hwang Hee Chan up front. There's a front three. Their bench, Ruddy, Hoover, Marcel Trincao, Bolly, Silva, Dendonker, Traore, and Kundal. Don't really know much about Kundal. Can't lie to you. But those are the teams, if you're wondering. And with 5 minutes left to go, I'll say two things. Once more, give me your score predictions. I saw a couple of them as we go, but let me know about your score predictions. Let me know what you're thinking. Second of all, hey, if you're only here, can we have the John Cena music? It will get us banned, but I'll sing it. How about that? When the sub happens, I will sing the John Cena music. I'll remind me, Scott. If I forget, just type the word John Cena and I'll do it. Yes. If you're only here for the build-up, we've got 5 minutes to go. Then thank you very much for coming. We genuinely appreciate it. Remember, we do watch-alongs every single match day on this channel, no matter what. We are always here. The only time I've missed it is when work got in the way. But apart from that, we're always here. So make sure to come back, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss them, all of that good stuff, and come back because we're always here. Second of all, like the video if you haven't already, because that genuinely helps us a hell of a lot. Thank you very much all for coming. You're telling me I missed Scott again. Scott, I'm coming. Hang on. Get in there, Scott. Come on. Yes. Sorry for missing you again. It is a disgraceful behavior from me. So let's have a look at some of these last minute score predictions. It's here on the telly. You can get yourselves a US VPN. That is a way to do it, Hughesy. And I'll say this one more time just before we start, just because I think it's just too good. If you need to, if you're looking for it, if you can't find it, scroll down to the description below. There's a bit that says join our Discord. Click on that. It's completely free. It's a lovely community there full of West Ham fans and Hammers Chat fans. Lovely people. Click on the left-hand side. Stream links. It has what you're looking for. And I might or might not be going there. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions. Last second, 4-1. Good job. I'm in the US. Yes. Same. Definitely same. What I've done is I've done something I shouldn't have there. Really missed your face. Highly doubt it, but I appreciate it, Scott. Thank you very much. Arsenal fan circle. Yeah. What, bro? How are you? How's things? Another test West Ham today. Big test. I'm looking forward to it, though, bro. I'm looking forward to it. How are you? I hope you're well. I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I hope you're good. 2-0 Hammers. Scrolling up. 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, 2-0, 2-0, 3-1. Oh, big 4-0, even bigger. 3-1, 2-0, 1-1. 3-1. Dawson a bit suspect, good at set pieces. We'll see what happens. But there's a lot of confidence, to be fair. A lot of confidence, and we'll be underway in just a moment here. So thank you very much, everybody. How can we watch the game? Check out. Hang on, let me just pull up the usual one. Looking for a stream, Discord in the description below. Right, so we are just a few moments away from kickoff here. We're just a few moments away from kickoff as I desperately try to figure out what the hell I'm doing. So I desperately try to figure out what the hell I'm doing. We're almost there. What else are we saying? Let me click on that. There we go. I will, of course, if you're wondering how far behind I am than you, and I will be slightly further behind than I won't be watching the link exactly on time, because you remember there is a delay between me broadcasting this out and YouTube showing it, and also I'm just slightly slow. There is a timer up in the top corner which I will be pressing play on to get going. Doing well, Charlie Club next month, bro. Hit me up, and you know I'm there. So everyone subscribe to Arsenal Fan Circle if you haven't already, because I'll be on there next month for the Arsenal match. Can't remember what day that is. Can't remember what the date is, but you know I'm there, 1,000%. 1,000%. Right, let's have a look. What I'll say, Jordan, is I can tell you for a fact one of them definitely is it. Is it because I'm clicked on it? Don't know what you're talking about, mate, but I can tell you that definitely one is. There is at least one. 2,000. Look at that. Over 2,000 people in the Discord. It's worth joining. That's what I'm saying. It's worth joining. So give it a refresh, Jordan. And if anyone wants to see a TV show, give it a little refresh. But we're about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Clinchy coming in with the score will be 69-69. I'd take it, Clinchy. You'd think, do I want a draw? Not particularly. I want to win. But if it's 69-69, I'll tell you what, that's historical. I'll take that. Getting cuts to the away fans there as the teams are about to kick off. Remember, if you're looking for a stream, Discord, link below. Discord, link below. Right, let's pull this down because this is going to be the timer for me. You see that little mouse there at the side? Shh. Ben Rama is going to get this game underway for the away side. We are live, of course, from the Molyneux in Wolverhampton, up in the Midlands. It's West Ham United. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers. Mike Dean, the official, looking at his watch, waiting for the time to click over. You will, of course, see how far behind I am in this timer here, in case you were wondering. Just waiting for it. Mike Dean just making us wait. Everyone takes the knee. Fitting off this week. And we are underway at the Molyneux. It's West Ham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. West Ham get it underway. West Ham get it underway. December 15th. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm on it. I'm 100% on it. Message me closer to time when we'll get it sorted out. And I am 10,000% down, bro. 10,000% down. But I will 100% forget because I'm an idiot, but I'm down. There you go. There you go. If you clicked on one of the streams and you're still seeing a TV show, refresh. Give it a cheeky refresh. The baby bells, I've forgotten to grab. Trust me, they are here. If we get to the time where someone's calling for a baby bell, I'll lob a poll in the chat. We'll see if the baby bell vote passes. And if it does, then I'll go grab a baby bell. And if it does, I will go grab a baby bell. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. West Ham get a throw in relatively far forward early on, minute in. Short throw to Mikel Antonio, scored twice for Jamaica in 2 games. If you haven't seen his second goal, the one against the US, go check it out. It's his first goal from outside the box in 7 years. Spoilers, and it is a banger. Something you'll never see him do for West Ham ever again. But definitely worth going and checking it. Here we go. Too Busy Gaming is asking for a link. My friend, what you need to do is you need to go into the Discord and the link below. Scroll down. There's a bit in there called Stream Links. In Discord. If you click join our Discord, right? It's free to join. Completely lovely. Scroll down on the left-hand side. There's a bit called Stream Links. I promise you, it has what you're looking for. I promise. I promise. Again, I'm interested to see how Wolves end up playing. Because I haven't seen Wolves at all this year, basically. I haven't seen them at all. So I've seen, I think I saw half one of their games and I wasn't really concentrating. So I don't know exactly what we're going to get from Wolves here today. So I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how they end up playing. Nice ball from Neves, trying to just get a little cheeky ball through to the ever rapid Nelson Semedo. Doesn't quite work out there though. I'm interested to see, are they going to sit deep and be all out defensive as they were under Nuno? Are they going to be a bit more attacking? Are we going to see them have a bit more expanse in their play? Are they going to be more controlling? You know, this is all the stuff I'm looking to see and how we deal with that. Because a Wolves side from last season, I think we deal with relatively well. A Wolves side from last season, I think we deal with relatively well. But this Wolves could be great, could not be. I don't know. I don't know. The timer on the thing is wrong now. I've just noticed, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that. There we go. Back in time. Val, hi Charlie, good to see you. Let's go West Ham 3-0. Come on, Val. Come on, Val. Love that. Love that. Love that. Signs of tiredness from Thomas Souček. I think there's a lot going on in our teams. You know, we've played a lot of games, so the idea of any of our players being a bit tired makes sense. It does scare me naturally, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. Just making sure. Sorry, I didn't have much time to set up today because obviously everything that happens, I'm just trying to finish it. There we go. Mr. Pardew, my mentor. Hello, how are you? How are things? Hope you're good. How was your international break? Did you take in the sights of international football at all? What did you watch? Bowen takes a swing from range straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Clean shaven or a great big bushy beard? Asking for Scott. You know, is it giant bear? I mean, the thing is, look, I'll be real. I'm gonna get rid of this because I think it's too unwieldy right now. Is how I would describe this. I would describe it as an unwieldy beard. And tomorrow on my wrestling channel that I have, I'm going to be doing a wrestling watch along for Survivor Series, WWE Survivor Series, and so I'm gonna it'll be shaven before then because I'm probably gonna do it tonight. But yeah, it's getting a bit out of hand. I can't lie to you. I prefer having a beard though, but that's just mainly because I'm lazy. You know what I mean? Score prediction 1-0 to the Mighty Hammers. Goal scorer will be the new coffee machine. Love that, Mr. Pardew. Big plays. Oh, Gatesy's here as well. Gatesy, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. I'm good. I'm well. I'm very tired. I've not had much sleep. I've had like 3 hours sleep. But I'm all right. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. If you haven't already, subscribe, by the way. Force mine. Gatesy out here doing bits constantly. Scouted some young Sucheks. Love that. Send them on to Moisey. Do you know what I mean? Send them on to Moisey. West Ham trying to just play their way forward, by the way. They're taking their time. Both teams are sort of taking their time a little bit. I was expecting Wolves to come out a bit more aggressively and try to just zip at us, but they're not really doing it as much. They're taking the time, and as are we. We're playing our usual game to some extent. Not entirely, but to some extent. But I'm interested to see how that ends up playing out in the long term, because I think that probably benefits us taking our time. I can't lie. What's your favorite version of a suplex? That's a great answer. That is a great question. I quite like a fisherman's suplex. Do you know what I mean? You hook the leg, you suplex them, and then you keep him in for a pin. You bridge it. Do you know what I mean? I quite like a fisherman suplex. What's the one where you double? I can't remember what it's called. But also a superplex off the top rope is always a spectacle. Always a good time. Antonio trying to just power his way through here. Can't quite manage it. The ball goes playing up into the air. He recollects it just before the left hand Gorda flag. He's trying to make something of it. And that's a very good tackle, to be fair, from I think it was I don't know who it was, but it was whoever it was. It was an excellent tackle. Now Wolves are on the counter attack. This is the space and pace I was looking for from Wolves. Huang called for it. It was a poor pass from Semedo. West Ham thought about breaking with post. Don't end up just passing it around calmly. The perfect plex. Yes, that is another great way of putting it. That is another perfect way. Have you ever seen in WCW, right? Mr. Perfect went up against Big Show. This was obviously when Big Show was super young. And he hits and Mr. Perfect hits a perfect plex on Big Show. And it is beautiful. I was watching it the other week and I was like, how has he done that? That is disgustingly good. Mad. What's your favorite kit this season? Home, away, or third? That's another good question. The home kit has grown on me a lot, Scott. I will say that. The home kit has grown on me a lot. But I would say away. But the home kit has grown on me a lot. I can't lie to you. Good ball in. It was a bit far, actually, now in hindsight. Jarrod Bowen collects it on the far side, lays it short to Ben Rama, who's alongside. Oh, nice, fast feet from Ben Rama. Couldn't quite get the cross in. But I tell you what, he did flip in well. Good to see you, Todd. I clicked on this just to say hello to you. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. Let the Mighty Hammers do the same today. Exactly. Big dubs incoming. You forgot the esports kit. I'll be real with you. I could not tell you what the esports kit was. I should. Of all my interests, I probably should. But yeah, I ain't the foggiest. Would up and coming AEW make wrestling games great again? I hope so, James. I've got high hopes. They've got all the right people on it to make it good. That's my hope, is that it will be good, because WWE's have obviously been pretty bad for a while, or at least in my opinion. Obviously 20 was poor for whatever reasons, but yeah, I hope so. They've got all the right amount of people on it, and they seem to be taking their time. It's not rushed. It's going to be in development for much more than a year, for example. So I've got high hopes. I've got high hopes. Under the lights, our home kit is beautiful. Not gonna lie, it's grown on me. When I first got it, when I first saw it, I was like, it's okay. But the more I see it, the more I'm here for it. The more I am here for it. Jake the Snake stamped Andre once upon a time. I've heard this as well. I've never seen it, but I've heard that. But I've never actually seen the clip. I reckon I could slam Andre. You know, just roll the shoulders, give it a good scoop slam. You know what I mean? West Ham have been mostly in possession here so far. Mostly in possession, mostly getting the time and space on the ball. Wolves have been allowing it, sort of thing. Or at least in attacking areas. I'm just looking at the stats there. It's 50-50 as such, according to who scored. But West Ham have certainly had a lot of possession in and around Wolves' area, which is kind of what you want to see. It's kind of what you want to see. Not complaining about that at all. Not that Wolves haven't looked dangerous when they've got forward. When Wolves have tried to step forward and tried to step into the area, they've had a couple of little opportunities where you could pass it into a slightly better area, and all of a sudden, like Nelson Semedo playing it back to Hwang, for example. There was a moment there where if he played the right pass, it could have been beautiful. Didn't quite work out for him. So something to think about. But certainly, I would say West Ham have been the better side so far. A big boot forward there to Antonio, who comes and just collects, come collected by the goalkeeper. It was third home away for me, but as you say, home is growing me. Third kit is so now third home esports away. To be honest with you, Scott, I could be forgetting what the kits actually are. I could be, because you're putting away last there, and in my head, I was like, away is my favorite. So I need to double check what I'm doing it now. This is the most stupid thing in the world for a West Ham YouTuber. Technically, good ball across. Oh, can't quite make it. This is the most stupid thing in the world for a West Ham YouTuber to have to do. But I'm checking the kits quickly. Played in, header from Bowen, just wide. Oh, the away's that one. Scratch that. I'm changing my mind. I was thinking the away kit for last season for some reason. Cresswell's a great ball in, by the way, and Jarrod Bowen in a really good area. Just can't quite get his head wrapped around it to get it on target. If he was maybe one step back, it might be a little bit better. Good effort. Good try from West Ham. Right, I'm looking at the kits again now. You're right. I'm dropping the away kit down to third. I'm saying first, third away kit. Home kit, third kit, away kit is what I'm saying. What's the esports kit look like, though? Let's go esports. No, I've typed in esports on the club shop. Nothing. So there we go. Nothing. I'll have a look after. Newcastle 1-1 Brentford. What on earth is going on? So many goals. Flipping heck. It's all kicking off. Souček hits it. Straight into the hands of Sarr. Wolves are starting to concede shots here. We're stepping on the gas a little bit. We're creating opportunities, creating movements. So decent hit from Souček, to be fair. Decent hit. It was easy enough for Sarr to collect, but it was a decent, well hit, is what we'll say. Well hit. I saw something else. Laughing Cow, Baby Bell. Probably Laughing Cow. For the watch-along purposes, obviously Baby Bell. IRL, get a bit of Laughing Cow triangle, Dairy Lee triangle on the old toast. You're having a grand old time. And I saw Gatesy. I can't find the comment, but I saw you earlier asking, did I know that Ric Flair was wrestling gang? No, but it doesn't surprise me. After everything that's happened with him recently, it does not surprise me. That man forever needs money a little bit. Played down the right-hand side. Wolves trying to find their way forward. Cresswell, under pressure, just clears it out for a throw-in. Yeah, the blue and white strip. Yeah. I just, yeah. Got to look at the non-sponsored away kit. I know what you mean. See, here's the thing. I know what you mean. But for me personally, I don't. The stripe thing, it's not for me. Not for me. Not in that sense. Not the thicker stripe thing. A lesser stripe thing, like pin stripes, I'm here for. But a consistent big Argentina style strips, not for me. Not for me. Willing to change my mind. As I said, I literally couldn't remember what the kits were. For some reason, it just exited my brain. So I'm willing to have my mind changed. But at the same time, not for me. Too Busy Gaming. Check the Discord below, my friend. I promise you it's in there. Join our Discord. There's a link in the description below underneath me. It says join our Discord. You click on that. On the right, on the left-hand side, there's a thing called Stream Links. If you click on that, you will find what you're looking for. It's constantly below me. I promise you. I promise you. I dropped my pen. I collect it again. I'm just fiddling with it. It's bad. It's bad. I shouldn't have it. Cresswell with a heavy back pass to Fabianski, and they managed to recollect it, and West Ham play their way out of trouble there. But that was dangerous as all hell. Rice out wide to Pabbers. Craig Dawson, who's in today, looking composed, looking sure on the ball. If you've joined Too Busy, then on the left-hand side, there's a section called Stream Links. If you click on that, it has a bunch of different options for you. I think there's like 5 options. Wolves playing through the lines, trying to do a little something. Can't quite. Souček, Fornals, Benrahma. Oh, Benrahma, man, Benrahma's playing with such confidence at the moment. He's had a good away trip with Algeria as well. He's got involved in goals and assists as well. So, but he just looks confident. He just looks so confident on the ball. He collects it there. He takes a little step over to just wiggle past the player, and it ends up at the feet of Antonio. I don't think he fully meant it. But at the same time, you don't think he meant it to go into the feet of Antonio. Antonio ends up collecting it, runs to the bottom, runs to the corner, and it's over. The passage plays over. But Benrahma's looking lively. Too Busy. It should work on your phone, my friend. If I can't help you, I'm sorry. If you look in there, it's on the left hand side where all the topics are, where all the different things, the different rooms you can click on are. There's one in there called Stream Links. If you click on that, it has what it is you're looking for. You can do it on your computer. You can do it. It should be available on your phone as well. But yeah, I apologize if you can't see it. Bowen collects the ball, plays it out to Antonio, who's of course on the left hand side when everyone else is trying to collect in the middle. He does dink it in. He was waiting for Souček to get in there, and it ends up just going out for a goal kick. He tried. Does not quite happen. Mikel Antonio needs to sort his collar out. One side's popped and the other one's not keen. Antonio tends to drift wide a lot, and I think it's because he just goes for wherever the space is. He just sort of drifts into it to try and create it. And there's that idea of him always telling him to follow the ball. And if we're playing a wide system, which we naturally are, because we want to force the play out wide, and so that means he's naturally going to be one side or the other, and tends to drift into those spaces. And it's frustrating to watch because you're like, if you were in the center there and someone could cross the ball to you, it'd be perfect. But he tends to be out wide. What's better here today is he seems to be waiting until Thomas Souček gets into the box to start crossing it. But it is frustrating to see. When Antonio looks woeful, when he usually scores 100% fair. Smeet, 100% fair. And we can only hope it's a good sign. But let's see how it is. How's the stomach recently? Not bad, Scott, to be fair. Surprisingly, since I stopped shoving oranges in my mouth, it's died down a lot. Shock that. Who could have known? But it's not too bad. I'm trying to eat in a more sensible way for it. So we're getting there. Forged. Gatesy, yes. 200. Look, here's the thing. Hit the like button, please. Thank you very much, Gatesy from Ryder. But also, there's 292 of you in here. If you haven't already, subscribe to Forged for Minds. Come on now. You want more West Ham in your life, and I tell you what, they're providing quality content. Duke, Gatesy, both excellent people. Everyone who appears on that channel, to be fair, from time to time is an excellent person. But I tell you what, if you haven't already, subscribe. But also like the video. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. It helps us massively. How are you watching the game? I am watching the game because I am technically in North Idaho, B-Power. If you were looking to look at the game, this link in the description below, Discord, have a look. You'll probably find it. It seems I'm in Portugal. Great picture, but a lousy commentary. Fair. Although I quite like the Spanish commentary. Spanish commentary is always pretty good. I can't speak to the Portuguese one. I haven't heard it in a while, but I do like Spanish. So goal, 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 goal. That sort of stuff. I love that. I'm big into that. Kwang, who's dropped deep, trying to get involved with play here. West Ham, just the organization is beautiful, by the way. If you're into your football tactics and you're into that kind of stuff, and you're looking at this from above, we're in defense and it's just perfect lines. Well, that's a really good ball into the path of Semedo. It's cleared away well. West Ham just trying. Shot from range from Neves straight into the hands of Fabianski quite easily. But I tell you what, if you're into that sort of stuff, the lines were honestly, it was like drawn on a map. You could have got a flipping ruler and put a line straight through that back six. It was wonderful. It's wonderful. Only problem on our content now is well, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. And if you want to know what Casey's talking about, subscribe. Antonio's still in Jamaica. You know. Can't lie, I'm a Wolves fan, but you lot seem class. Well, thank you very much, Sam. For a start, subscribe if you're around here. But also, you're welcome. You're welcome around here. 100%. Fans of all clubs are welcome around here. When trouble starts, that's when we have to come down. But before that, mate, hang out. Give us your confidence. How do you feel about this Wolves side, Sam? Since Nuno, do you feel better about it? Do you feel worse about it? I'm interested because I haven't seen enough of Wolves. I haven't seen enough of Wolves to really be able to tell, to be able to have any sort of look. Hey, Eric. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Wolves are on top at the moment, Rob. West Ham are counter-attacking relatively well, but it's a stretch. The play feels stretched. Every time we try to get that final pass or that final ball or something, it always feels a bit like we're stretching to reach the ball. Whereas Wolves are on top and their passing is a lot easier. However, I will say again, they're struggling to get anything in the final third whatsoever. Be it a final pass, be it a nice shot. That Neves shot from a minute ago was from significant range. It wasn't anywhere close to being dangerous, that kind of thing. But Wolves are on top at the moment. To be fair. Neves plays it out wide, for example, to Ait-Nouri here. Good block by Ben Johnson. Just gets into the good position to block it. Perfectly done. Wolves recycling possession, they look like they were trying to switch play. They end up going back on themselves, Ait-Nouri, and then just working it back again. And West Ham, again, just keeping their structure, keeping their lines as Wolves try to come forward and try to create some space and try to find those gaps. West Ham just aren't giving it to him. Early on, Semedo, like his pace has been difficult. And Ait-Nouri again's finding space down the left-hand side here, looking once more to try and cross it in. This time, he thinks better of it. And incredibly calmly, unbelievably, a back heel in the middle of it all from West Ham's defence to get the ball away. It's all the way back in Wolves' half. Again, Wolves have regained possession, but in not a very dangerous area. Not seeing a ton of urgency from the Hammers. Yeah, I would agree. And to be honest with you, I don't think they've got a hell of a lot of urgency about them right now. Both teams seem quite calm, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with us. Look, if we play like this the entire time and get a 1-0 win, I'll take that, Val. To be honest with you, I will take that. After eights or Ferroche. Stephen. After eights. Ooh, no, after eights. Or is it? No, I'll stay true after eights, but I bloody love a Ferrero Rocher. Most Christmases. Last Christmas, I should say most Christmases. I've only had one Christmas in this house with my girlfriend. Last Christmas, we had one of those big, the big square pallets of just Ferrero Rochers, and I'll tell you what, it was a grand old time. It was a very good time indeed. But after eights, I do love an after eight. I've been told that Domino's in part of their Christmas menu now do after eight cookies, and I've never wanted something more. The second Rebecca told me that, I lost my mind. It sounds like everything I've ever wanted in my life. I'm very excited about this prospect. I haven't tried it yet, but at some point it's going to happen. Wolves again with possession of the ball, and they're just sort of passing it around with no real danger. West Ham's formation and structure just makes it so difficult for teams. This is why we've kept so many clean sheets. Because our defensive structure is really good. Now, don't get me wrong. I say that we're definitely going to concede now, but when you look at it, when we look at it from Sam Allardyce in the first half kind of aerial perspective, if you want to wear it like that from the camera view, you can see the lines. They're absolutely perfect. And it's good to see that even Johnson and Dawson are involved in that. Now, Dawson, I would expect it for some extent, but at the same time, Ben Johnson, I would expect a little bit of ill discipline. He's younger. He's just not played as much and all that sort of stuff. But even he is perfectly in line. It's really good. And now here we see Wolves have gone back into their own half. They're trying to pass it around. And that's when West Ham's pressing just activates. Not headless, mindless running Robert Snodgrass pressing, just closing out the passing lanes, just making it difficult for Wolves to pass around. Trying to get them stretching, passing it awkwardly. And it works. It works. Wolves tried to force the issue there. And to be fair, it was close, but Ben Johnson ends up clearing it. And again, it's back in Wolves' half. Now, don't get me wrong. Last 5-10 minutes, Wolves have definitely been on top. But have they been the better side? I don't know if I would say that. You know, you can be on top, but not be better than the other team. You know, you can have more possession, but not be doing anything with it. And that's what's happening with Wolves right now. They have all of the possession of the last 5-10 minutes. They really do. They've been almost completely in control. But to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know if there is anything. I don't know if they're doing anything at all with it. They're trying, not for lack of trying, but Nori playing the ball forward, tries to flick it inwards, can't quite. Souček with the interception, plays it to Bowen. This is part of the problem. This is part of the problem is when we get in the ball, we need to find the passes, and that is an excellent ball out to Ben Rama. I think from Ben Johnson, to be fair. We want to spring out and counter-attack from those sort of positions, and we haven't really got the space to do it. We haven't really got the space to do it right now. Charlie, would you believe I just woke up? I would, bro. I would. After we spoke last night at what was gone 5 a.m. UK time, I would 100% believe it. I would 100% believe it. I saw something above. I'm trying to find what it was. I mean, my holiday house. Yes, Jimmy, you're 100% correct. My holiday house in North Idaho. They are crisps. They're in the crisp section. Look, you're my mentor, but that doesn't mean I can't disagree on the Pringle subject, of which you are categorically wrong. There was something else I saw. I can't find it now. We'll go back down. I saw Gatesy. Where's Gatesy talking? Did anyone else go to visit your grandparents at Christmas to see a pack of dates sitting there nobody ever touched? Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%. I've never eaten a date. I never want to eat a date. They look disgusting. I haven't even touched a date. They feel wrong. Not tactile feel. Emotionally, they feel wrong. You know what I mean? Wolves trying once again to work their way forward. Again, it's not. Oh, that was it. That's what I was trying to see. I think the Wolves fan, Sam, I think that was your name, Sam, if you're still here. I think you commented. I'm trying to scroll up to find it. There we go. Don't think we've seen enough of him yet, to be honest, but I like he's got more emphasis on attacking than Nuno ever did. Okay, nice. I can see here. I mean, look, here you've got a lot of possession of the ball. You're playing it around. Wolves are playing it around, trying to find a space. There's a good cross by Nori. Far side. Nelson Semedo, once again, finding space and time. But he hits it first time. He has the space to hit it. It's, again, better from Nori. He plays it quicker there. That's what Wolves need to do. They need to play faster. The longer they take, the better positions we'll be able to get in, and we're very structured like that. But it was a decent ball in. Nelson Semedo scuffs it with his weak foot, to be fair, but better from Wolves. But this is what I'm sort of saying. They're playing, you can see that they're more comfortable in possession. They're not just looking to hit teams on the counter-attack like they were under Nuno, which was basically Declan Rice with a hospital pass back to Kurt Zuma, who's forced to just sort of boot it forward. Thankfully, a combination of Fornals and Ben Rama collects it. Fornals tries to play it into Antonio, who lays down. But yeah, Wolves look more comfortable in possession. They're getting into good positions. It's a bit like Pellegrini West Ham, right? They're getting into good positions further up the pitch, but then they get to that stage and they're sort of like, okay, what do we do now? And the answer usually is they just sort of pass it around from side to side, trying to find space, which West Ham don't give easily. They don't give that space easily. They don't give it commonly either, frequently. And so at that stage, they need to be a bit faster. That Ait Nori chance was exactly what we're talking about. They play it out to Ait Nori wide, who hits it in quickly this time. He doesn't wait to allow Ben Johnson to find that space. And that's kind of the person out of that back line you want to try and target. You want to try and target Johnson because he's the one who's least likely to be in position quicker. Target that, play the ball in quicker, you'll probably get some more opportunities. And it's not like they don't have Jimenez in there. Huang does well there to pick up the ball, plays it in. It definitely hits Ben Johnson's hand on the cross, by the way. There's a call for a penalty from the Wolves end. It definitely 100% hits Johnson in the arm. I can't say how it didn't, but it's so close to him. I would have said that either way. I don't think that's a penalty. Huang tries to play the ball across. It does hit Johnson. Johnson's arms like that. The ball comes in, hits him on the arm. This is a terrible explanation physically, but I'm doing it anyway. Semedo, good block. Aaron Cresswell. Semedo, by the way, causing all sorts of problems. Causing all sorts of problems. Back to the penalty thing. There's no pen. Check has been complete on VAR. It 1000% hits Ben Johnson's arm. Don't get me wrong. But I'm looking at it now. Not only was it way too close, and I would never say it was a penalty regardless because of how close it was. He's looking away. He's turning around. It's his wrong arm if he's going to try and block it. No way it's a pen. But a good chance after that by Wolves. It gets played into Semedo. And if Semedo had any technique, we might be down a goal or two here. Semedo keeps finding himself in time and space. He's drifting in from that right-hand side as a wing-back and finding space very centrally. I mean, he's getting opportunities, and there was another good one, but comes to nothing from Wolves. Semedo looking at him. Surely that had to be a pen. Not for me. He's too close. He's too close, Mr. Pardew. If he was 3 or 4 steps further back, then I would have maybe given it a second thought. But it's too close. Like, I say that constantly. And I'll be fair about it. If that happens, if it was West Ham, I'd say the exact same thing. If someone's kicking the ball from that close, it's too soon. You wouldn't even be able to put your hands out and block it if you wanted to, you know? All right, Nori's poor cross that time. A poor pass from Pablo Fornal straight into the pass from Neves. Semedo's going to try and collect it. Can't quite. It's a goal kick. Can't quite. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick in a perfect time for ESPN to crash on me, let's say. ESPN to crash on me. Okay. Okay, you're going to have to give me a second, everyone. ESPN, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's giving me issues. It's giving me issues. Charlie, please start eating the cheese, says Lauren. Okay, we've had a call for cheese. If we get 3 more cheese... If we get 3 more calls for cheese for Baby Bell, if we get 3 more calls for a Baby Bell, we will go to a vote. I will get the vote ready. But that's only if you think it's time. Okay, we've had one more. The calls for the Baby Bells have passed. We're in Baby Bell territory. Cheese Bell. Okay, Baby Bell and proper cheese. This is a debate we'll have to have another time, Gatesy, because the pressing matter at hand. People have called for a vote. I've created the poll, ladies and gentlemen. There is a poll currently running in the chat. Vote on it. You have 2 minutes. Yes or no. Whatever has the most. Should I consume the Baby Bell now? If you want me to consume the Baby Bell now, I'll go grab the Baby Bell. I'll start consuming. If not, we wait. There is a poll in chat. Get voting. Get voting. We'll see how it goes. Right. As I try to continue to find one of these, please. The Premier League are doing bits, to be fair to them. You got to respect it. There we go. We're back. What's the timer on? Oh, scenes. I'm in the future. There was a corner, people. There was a corner. Interesting commentary. I think it might be Spanish. I don't know. See, Scott B saying Bell was a second half cheese. See, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, Scott. I don't disagree with you, but the chat are in control here. The chat are in control. Ross will block a good old cheddar. I like cheddar. I like cheddar Gatesy. I can't lie to you, mate. I love it. It's working, but it's in Portuguese. That might be what I'm hearing. I might hear Portuguese. I don't know the difference between Spanish and Portuguese most of the time. This could be Portuguese, to be fair. I think it is a second half cheese, but if the chat says yes, the chat says yes. I'll tell you now, I'll give it another minute. I'll give it until it says 36 minutes on my timer. But it's currently 62% yes, 38% no. If you want to have your say on the cheese, now's the time to do it. Can you make a superhero cape out of the baby bell skin? I don't think I'm that talented, Stephen. I won't lie to you. Riley, can you show TV? I cannot. The copyright police will come and murder me, Stephen. Sorry, Riley. The copyright police will come and murder me. Unfortunately, I cannot. 20 seconds left on the vote, people. Get in there. Quickly. Go, go, go. Santicilio, go, go, go. Fancy a bit of cheese on toast now? Oh, cheese on toast. It's a big shout. I would love that. Adaz, I'll play this for you while I go and grab cheese. Give me a second. But if you're looking for a stream, that's where you can find it. I'll be back. Quickly. There we go. I wasn't too late. I saw it just ending. West Ham kicking off there. West Ham kicking off that they should have had a foul. Let's just have a quick look at it. It was played over the top. Who was that running through? Podence is trying to get through on Kurt Zuma. There was a collision. Zuma goes down. West Ham are claiming a free kick. I don't know if it goes out for a corner or what. Kurt Zuma was definitely the one who got the last touch on it, the ball. He's so much bigger than Podence, isn't he? He goes down. What's happened? Is it a free kick or is it a corner? I think it's a free kick / goal kick. Don't know what's going on. Oh no, it is a corner. Don't eat the cheese. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to comment. You're always allowed to comment, of course you are. But let me look at this. The chat has ended. The poll has ended. 64% said eat it, so I'm going to eat it. But let it be known that it's not a. That it's not. It wasn't convincing. You know, it wasn't convincing. Here we go. We're tucking in. The early stage is loud. The second stage of consuming a baby belt, of course, silent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a corner. We'll see the corner first. Played in from Matinho towards Jimenez, cleared away. Now, we start peeling it away. As I consume it, please get your baby bells in chat. Get your little things. Good one, Charlie. Get your baby bells in chat. Them. There you go. Get your baby bells in chat while I consume this. Let's all wish it down. Let's all wish it down. Get it inside you. Yes, exactly, Mr. Podge. That's exactly what I'm doing. Put that there. Here we go. Bell too early, like Genk, says Scott. Again, I don't necessarily disagree, Scott, but the chat has spoken. It's a democratic system. And if life has taught us anything over the last couple of years, it's that democracy stands no matter you know. I'm not going to start making political points now. It's probably not the time. But the democracy has spoken. Baby Bell's very difficult to get through, I'd say. There we go. We've got through that. Wolves are dominating like we usually do, Leon. That's a great point. That's a good pass by Podence out wide to Hwang, who tries to step to Craig Dawson, who just looks at him and goes, do you know what? It was Raul Jimenez, sorry, not Hwang. And just looks at him and goes, nah, mate. Not getting through. Not getting through. I think it might be a free kick, to be fair. Raul Jimenez has tried to step into Dawson, who's just stood him up and just absolutely put his shoulder. You've seen shoulder to shoulder, try shoulder to face. That's what we've just seen there. And it is a free kick to Wolves, just outside the area on the right-hand side, closer to the corner flag than it is anything else. Jesus, Charlie getting down. Yeah, it's gone. It's in. It's in. We'll see if it has a. We'll see if it has a. We'll see if it has it. Where have you seen the music? Again, I would trust me. I would play it if I can't. But if we make a sub, I'll give it. I'll give it. I'll give it large. You know what I mean? I'll give it large. Bro, it was shoulder to face, straight up, no messing. Free kick to Wolves. Like I said, Nike corner from the right-hand side. Pinged in. It's in a good position, but headed away from West Ham. Pablo Fornals comes out to meet it as Wolves still have possession closer to the corner flag than they did from the free kick. They work it relatively well, to be fair. Whipped in. Easy save from Fabianski. Right into his hands. Right into his hands. You can't see Dawson. You can't see Dawson. I'm also liking the amount of John Cena things because I've just remembered that John Cena follows me on Twitter. Which is always my favorite fact about me. Is that I am followed by John Cena on Twitter. At ATopLad. Check it yourself. He follows me. I've sent him messages. I can show him to you to prove it. I've sent him messages asking him about his top 3 fruits and congratulating him on his wedding and all that. But no reply as of yet. But I'm sure he watches. So, John, I hope you're well. Hope you're well. Wolves are playing with a bit more speed now, and this is where they're getting more dangerous. Semedo on the edge of the area. Nelson Semedo very much Mikel Antonio-esque with his shots from range. Just scary and dangerous and nowhere near the goal. And by scary and dangerous, I mean for those sitting behind the goal as opposed to us watching the match. But Wolves are playing with a lot more pace now. Opponents find Semedo well there, who dribbles into some space and then just slices it high and wide. Look, he can keep having as many shots from that sort of range as he wants. He can keep having those shots because it's not too scary. But the rest of the time, Wolves are playing with a bit more pace now. They're starting to cause a lot more trouble, and that's an issue. That's an issue. Charlie, you are main event in WrestleMania in a fantasy world. Who's your dream opponent? Why? Gatesy. I'm assuming it's you, Gatesy, and not Duke. If it's Duke, hello. I saw Duke was in here earlier under his own account, Duke Sevens as well. But if it's Gatesy, whoever you are, yes. Give me a second. Let me think about it. Bowen tries to get forward, wins a corner. Wins a corner. He does incredibly well to win a corner there. That felt like he was being led down a dark alley to some extent. So he's done decent work. He's done decent work there to just win a corner. He's going to be the one to take it out on the right hand side for West Ham. I'm thinking about it, Gatesy. I'm deeps in it. Thoughts from mine, I'll just say for now. I'm thinking it through. Jared Bowen over in the corner on the right hand side. Whips it in. Header to the far side. It's... The referee calls for a free kick for a foul on Sarr. I think goalkeepers get protected a bit too much at corners. I can't lie. The ball gets played in. It does end up in the back of the net. Kurt Zouma, a really good header. To be fair, he is clambering all over the defender, but I think in a fine way. But it's Mikel Antonio and Jose Sarr have a collision. Sarr ends up on the floor and it's in. Annoying, but Wolves on the counter attack now. Hwang out on the left, cuts inside, tries to play it into the path of Semedo again, who's getting very high and very central. He is only a wing back as opposed to a full-fledged fullback, so he's allowed to do that. But now West Ham on a counter-attack, Mikel Antonio just can't quite reach it. Annoying. I thought that was a goal. I haven't seen the collision between Antonio and Jose Sarr. Oh, good ball in, looking for Hwang, can't quite find it there. Yeah, I haven't seen the collision again. I need to see it again. The second angle wasn't great on a very blurry ESPN. Very pixelated ESPN here in North Idaho. But I do think goalkeepers get a bit too protected at corners. Maybe just me. But I can't say anything. Because I need to see it. You need to be more like Kim Jong with the baby bells. Football gods don't respect an early bell. We'll see. I mean, we're playing a little bit better since the bell. Not significantly, but it's another good opportunity for West Ham here again. Aaron Cresswell lays it out. Syed Benrahma. Sorry, it's Pablo Fornals, not Syed Benrahma. Back out. Aaron Cresswell. There's lots of people in the area. Looks for Thomas Souček. Oh, sorry, it was Jared Bowen who almost had the opportunity. And there is the halftime whistle. The halftime score here is West Ham United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. West Ham did, of course, have the ball in the net, but it was claimed there was a foul against your boy Antonio on Jose Sarr. I'm going to turn down the Portuguese commentary from ESPN for this, but yes. To answer your question from before, Gatesy, very quickly before the halftime hordes flood in and I have to talk about football, it would probably have to be, it would have to be Stone Cold WrestleMania 17 kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like Stone Cold and The Rock at the zenith of their power, that WrestleMania 17 crowd, which I don't think will ever be emulated, even in modern day WrestleManias where there's been more people, it doesn't feel the same. That kind of just moment, and me in the middle of it. Nowhere near worthy of being there. That's my answer, I guess. Oh, 3 hammers. Yo, Luke, good to see you, my friend. I'm still on high from Ghostbusters, helping me get through this rare performance. Very far, very fair. How was Ghostbusters out of 10? I'm intrigued. I've heard very good things so far. I'm intrigued. Give me a score out of 10. Give me a score out of 10, Luke. Good to see you as well. And everyone, again, if you haven't already, there's 296 of you. Subscribe and like the video, all that good stuff, because it really helps us. Thank you very much. Subscribe to 3 hammers. Luke's a lad. Luke is an absolute lad. A rough first half. A very rough first half. Woody's asking, and when Woody asks, I oblige. I've been working. Can you summarize the half for me? I can, Woody. Wolves. Next question. A very rough half. Both teams are sort of, for the first 20 minutes or so, both teams were playing quite slowly. Both teams were not really doing anything of much. They were passing it around and trying to get forward, but in totality, it was quite a slow, meandering game. Neither of them looked ready to fully grasp it, and run with it. Is what it is. After 20, 25 minutes, Wolves started playing a bit quicker. Before that, they were playing very much, I described it as Pellegrini-esque West Ham. They would get to the final third and then pass it around with not really much to do. They started playing faster. They started snapping the passes, creating the crosses in quicker, what they needed to do. And they've been a lot more dangerous because of it. I mean, you're looking, if I pull up stats now, I'll be intrigued to see what they say. Let me press this button so we can all look at it together. There we go. Hello. I'm in a box now. You can see if we go down here at total shots, Wolves have had significantly more than us. Now, don't get me wrong, 2 on target beat each side is still something. But ultimately, you're looking at that and you're saying, well, they've had significantly more chances. They've had significantly more possession, more pass completion. Basically, everything in the attacking side that matters, Wolves have been significantly better at. And if I was to take this possession and take it from, say, about 20 minutes onwards, you can see it's even stronger, 72%, 70%. Yeah, you can see it's even stronger. So it's one of those things where Wolves have got better as the half have went on, whereas we really haven't. We really haven't. We've not really capitalized on anything. We've not really stepped up a gear. And you're looking at their shots again. Semedo has been incredibly effective for them. Semedo has consistently come down this right-hand side, made a lot of issues for us. What he does is he comes up and he gets very central. As a wing-back, he's sort of allowed that space and time to come into the center of the park and create issues for us. His pace makes it difficult for him to be picked up. Cresswell's having to cover other people like Podence, for example. Jimenez is going to draw out this way. You've got Neves creating area as well. And Semedo's coming forward and he's getting into the central positions. And so he's had significantly more shots than anyone else on the pitch. And if he was a player with any sort of technique, that would be a danger. That would be a huge danger. But thankfully, he's not the best technique-wise, unfortunately, as your boy Nelson Semedo. So it is what it is. But when you're looking at it and you're saying who's been the better side, you do have to say Wolves have been more possession. After that 20-minute mark, they've just looked significantly better. They've sped up the pace. The thing is, I look at this and I don't know how many more levels they have to go through. And this is something I've said about West Ham a few times this season when we haven't played great. And let's not forget, this is far from the first time we haven't played great. You look at it and you say, Wolves, how many more levels do they have to go through? How many more gears can they step up? And I'm not certain the answer is many. Do you know what I mean? I don't look at it and go, they're going to step up through second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Whereas we certainly have significantly more gears to go through. We certainly have a lot more to give in this game. And what we need to see in the second half, or at coming out from halftime, is we need to see a reaction. David Moyes has them in now, fires them up, sticks a rocket up their butts, gets them going. Because that's what we need in the second half. We need them to come at it. Because if we had a bit more energy and a bit more zhuzh, a bit more pizzazz, we could definitely get something from this. Because we have got into interesting positions, but we've just been a bit too slow about it. And if Wolves reacted in that first half and stepped up for a gear, we need to do that in the second half. Make it happen. Make it dangerous. But how do you feel? I'm intrigued. Let's go through. Rob Singleton, good to see you once again technically today for the second time, Rob. Good thing is we're playing. God thing is we're playing awful, and it's still 0-0. That's a very good thing. You are 100% correct about that. We aren't doing very well whatsoever, and yet we're still comfortably at 0-0, and we've had the same amount of shots on target as Wolves have had. Whereas Keith says, I think we're lucky to go in 1-0, which I don't necessarily disagree with. We can't keep the ball. We are struggling. We're playing too slowly. And it's allowing Wolves a lot of time. And then Wolves are camping in our half. We're trying to clear it over the top of them, and they're just recycling possession consistently. We were better early when Johnson didn't clear the ball he each had. Yeah, that's a fair point, Akram. I think his tendency is to boot it, and I think that's okay, but we are just booting it to them, and Antonio's not having the best of games to where he can control the ball and make something incredible from it. You know, you look at his goal, for example, against El Salvador in the international break for Jamaica, his first one, not his second one, and it was that a long boot clear, and he collects the ball and does something magical with it. We're not seeing that Antonio right now, and it is what it is. We're so bad, quite baffling. Wolves are below us. This isn't the first time we've played this poorly, though. I think it's something to be said. I don't think it's the first time we've played this poorly. And it's not. And again, we have levels we know we can step up through. So, you know, it is a thing. Hit the like button, please. Charlie gets fed lumps of coal by Joe and Gonzo if it doesn't hit in a minute. It's a harsh punishment, but it's one I mistakenly agreed to. So please like the video, because I'm hungry, but not for coal. Not for goal. Yeah, let's scroll through. What else are we saying? We've been pretty sloppy with our passes, says Fraser James, but hopefully we get some more set pieces in the second half and create something. That's fair. We scored. We've been the team to have the ball in the net. And I haven't seen what happened between Antonio and Sarr again. So I'm intrigued to see that. But, you know, we've had the ball in the net. And if it wasn't for that, we would be 1-0 up. And so I think that's fair. That's fair. But again, I don't really know too much about Wolves to say enough about them to really dissect whether or not how they usually play. All I can say is we're usually better than this. Manuel says, disgraceful. I don't get why managers persist with fossil football in 2021. You know, Manuel, it is what it is, mate. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily disagree with you, mate, but it's been effective. Neither of us can lie about that. You watch the change of performance when we come back out. Most halftime bollockings are blinding this season. That's what I'm hoping for, Craig. I'm hoping we do get one of those like reactions straight out of the gate, second half, come out, make a nuisance of ourselves, make it a problem, make it a big deal, ask questions of Wolves that we weren't asking them in the first half. Because usually the question was, can you deal with us when we're sort of vibing our way into the box? And the answer was yes. We need to be like, no, can you stop us? Needs to be the question. That means nothing. Ultimately, that's just a bunch of words. But I think the point stands. I hope. All right, Stevie 50. Good to see you, Steve, my friend. We're only allowed to look at the coal if you don't get enough likes. Look, I hope. I'll check how many we're on now. Just to double see how close. So we're at 221 likes. Thank you very much, everyone, by the way. Thank you very much. That's a good amount of likes. We can't lie about it. That is a decent amount of likes. But there are 366 of you in the minute right now. So if all of you liked it right now, no coal for me. I would be very appreciative, but yeah. Hogan 18, Rock. Yeah, all right. Hogan WrestleMania 18 versus The Rock was probably. You're not wrong, Mighty Badger. You are 100% not wrong. I think, but if you look at the entire pay-per-view in general, I guess is that WrestleMania 17 is the one I think it's the one that sticks out in my mind. You know, that card from like top to bottom, just everyone was going mad about it. And I think that's kind of what I'm getting at. But you're not wrong. The Rock Hogan one was probably the most crowd reaction. Probably. I mean, Brian winning at 30 was huge, obviously. There's other ones, but yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. Let's ask this, right? So we are at a situation now where at halftime, would you make any subs? There are subs running on the bottom of it. Would you make any subs? How do we change things up, people? Let me know. Let's get some collective think tank going. How do we change things up in the second half? Is it a case of just giving them a rollicking? Is it a case of just getting a firework and shoving it up someone's butt and then hoping it works? Or is it a case of we need to change something tactically? Is it a case of we need to change personnel? Substitutes are running along. If you think substitutions are the way to go, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I'm intrigued. Because I'm saying a lot here. Too much, if anything. During the war, we were so poor, we dreamed of a banquet of coal. We were lucky to get a plate of charred bits. Yes, it is what it is. Gatesy, by the way, if that is you, I have started rewatching Doctor Who. Sorry, everyone. This is a conversation for me and Gacy alone, but you know we're having it live. I've started rewatching all Doctor Who, and I just got past the Are You My Mummy episodes. Banger, so good. Let's have a look at some of these suggestions. Just getting the stats up on screen, by the way. I'm just having a little gander at them, seeing if there's anything I've missed. Wolves, have had 310 passes compared to 162. That's a significant difference from what Wolves were doing last year. Wolves last year would have as much of us, if not less. So them to have 310, almost double our passes, is wild. Let's have a gander at some of these suggestions. No subs yet, not yet. Vlasic on. Interesting. I hope we can get a result. Bring Vlasic on. Kufal on for Johnson. Don't think that's necessarily incorrect, Webley, to be fair. No subs. This is R11. Not wrong, Boxing Observer. Certainly not wrong, but you think potentially you could move some pieces around to maybe make it a bit more dangerous. I'm seeing some of the replays now from the first half. I'm hoping to see the corner again out of the corner of my eye. Vlasic has been scapegoated. He's a top player. I agree with you there, Manu. Mr. Pellegrini, I do agree with you there. I really like Vlasic, and I think he will come good. I think it'll just take time. Lanzini for Benny. Dog crap, but Cresswell's been playing really well. I agree with that. I'm telling you guys, Johnson and Antonio. I don't necessarily disagree with you. This is one of those situations where, again, I wish we had another striker. But still. Quick passes and through balls. Brad, I think you're bang on with that one. I do think you're bang on with that one, Brad. I 100% agree with you there. Bowen is going to win us the second half counter-attacking football. Bowen's been looking all right as well, to be fair. If you're talking about players who've played well, I think Bowen's looked not bad at all. I don't think he's had a poor performance. I think he's looked lively and created stuff. It's just there's been times where he's got forward and I'm like, he's just nothing there. But he's looked decent enough. And Ben Rama, I think's played all right as well. The first 20 minutes or so when he was actually getting possession of the ball in interesting areas, he was doing stuff with it. Just is what it is. Sign Lingard for the second half. This situation would be perfect for Lingard. Where we're deep in our own half, give it to him, let him nutmeg a guy and run the entire length of the pitch. And then we have possession of the ball in their final third, as opposed to getting the ball to their final third, but not from us, just booting up the pitch to their defenders. So I don't disagree there. We should definitely stop defending with a back five. I would say it's more of a back six, Frank. I can't lie to you. You have the four, and then I think both of the Fornals and Bowen drop back. It's quite deep, and it makes counter-attacking difficult. Lanzini for Fornals, get another player in the center and create from deep. I think that's totally fair. And a decent option, actually. A decent option. I'd maybe consider Lanzini for Rice, if I'm being honest. Just because if he's that ill, just don't play him, for Christ's sake. Everyone was slating Antonio in the past few games. He was involved in all the second half goals. You're not wrong. And it's annoying because I feel like just perform in the first half then, but you're certainly not wrong, Scott. No sub switch for now for Benny and get Pablo in the middle to support. Interesting idea, Contact. I'd be interested to see how Ben Ram could do out on the left defensively. Because I just trust Fornals more in that sense. So I'll be interested to see. He would be asked to drop significantly deeper. But it's an interesting thought, Contact. I can't lie to you. No subs at this stage. 65 look to bring on a more attacking threat with Lanzini. Fornals Pardon me, Funhouse needs to wake up, says Craig. I think a lot of people need to wake up. I won't just pinpoint Funhouse in that, but I think that's a fair comment. Let's have a look. Lots of comments. Lots of comments. The Lonely Child from Memory Serves. Yes. Nano Genes. Nano Genes. The Lonely Child, and then this it's a two-part, and the second one's called The Doctor Dancers. Oh, so good. Such good episodes. Such good episodes. Yes, Steve 50. Come on. We'll get talking about it at some point as the teams are coming out for the second half. And if you're only here for halftime, thank you very much for coming. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We do watch alongs every single match day, right? The only time I've missed one since the beginning of lockdown, that's because work meant I couldn't do it. Work moved my schedule around, and it meant I couldn't do it. So I missed the game and I missed the watch along. Apart from that, I have been live from the half an hour before kickoff all the way through to full time every single match day. So make sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon so you don't miss it, and come back because the watch along is me by myself and it doesn't work unless you lot are here to basically make it a thing as the teams come out. Remember, if you're here as well, if you're looking for just analysis, you're not looking for the game stuff, that's totally fair. At full time, Gonzo will be live. Gonzo will be live at a full time with a cheeky review. So make sure to come back and get involved then. If you're here, stick around. I will spam the link in the chat so you don't miss out on anything. You just all you have to do is just click on the link in the chat, and you can just go straight through into the thing. If he's awake, I might give him a ring at 90 minutes on the call on the show just to see if he's there. So maybe stick around for that as well. But yes, make sure to stick on. Make sure to stick around. Is it only another 39? I'll ask that one more time. Like the video if you haven't already. 300 likes, I get to eat a proper dinner and not just coal. It is only 39. We're on 261. Thank you very much, everyone. That's gone up a hell of a lot at halftime. It's gone up a hell of a lot. Thank you so much. We're incredibly close. Like spike. Give me an unearned like spike. Thank you very much, everyone. Both teams are out now. The second half is about to get underway. Mick and Antonio having a cheeky little conversation with Mike Dean. If you haven't seen, I'll give this suggestion. This is one for the West Ham fans as well. If you don't listen or watch Jack Mate's podcast in any form, go do that. He's a good lad. He's a West Ham fan. Excellent dude. In general, he's just such a good person. But definitely worth looking at. But he did an episode with Ben Foster. As the second half gets underway, Wolves kick off, by the way. He did an episode with Ben Foster. And Ben Foster tells a killer story about Mike Dean. And if you haven't already watched it, go watch it. I won't tell it because I can't do it justice, Avaganda. Even if you don't like him, click. Thank you very much, Harry. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's not a like for me. It's a like for Hammers Chat in general. So make sure to go and have a lot. It helps us. But yeah, it's nothing to do with me. So just, it's very, thank you. Please. Please. Appreciate it. You're both the worst. Cyber Leader, yes. How are you, my friend? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. I did get sent to the cooler. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Mr. Rimmer sends me to the cooler. Never a good time. He's a cruel man, is that Jack Rimmer? You don't want to be doing that. Andrew Treneman coming in, telling me I'm a wrong one. Not good. Not good. I remember, I will say this once more, just while there's a few people left who haven't seen it already. If you are looking for a stream, if that's what you're finding here, because of course it's not televised today, then what I would advise you to do is scroll down underneath this video in the description. There is a thing called Join Our Discord. If you click on that, it's completely free to join a lovely West Ham Hammers Chat community. But more importantly, on the left-hand side, there's a bit called Stream Links. Click on that and you will find what you're looking for. Second half gets underway. Wolves in possession of the ball so far. West Ham reacting quite quickly. Where's Gio? Gio is at the game. Gio is at the game. He's out here doing his thing. He's out there doing a thing. That's why he wasn't in the build-up show either. He's at the game. I didn't know that until I clicked on the build-up show and he wasn't there. I didn't know that. And then he wasn't there. So we move. 284 likes. We are dangerously close to me having a proper meal. Imagine that. If Charlotte gets to 300 like at that point, you need to sub to Forge 2 or else yes. And that is, if anything, worse than the call. If anything, that is worse than the call. But I would say subscribe to Forge from Irons regardless. Do you know what I mean? We don't have to wait to 300 likes, just subscribe because they do big work. Wolves hit it. Save from Fabianski. I realized I just zoned into the action there and went completely silent. Wolves are passing the ball around the edge of the area, trying to make a space for a shot. Couldn't quite do it. Everything felt like a little bit of a stretch. And then Moutinho finds Hwang, who hits it. Opponents actually switched over to that left-hand side. Hits it through the legs of Dawson. Fabianski stops it well. It's a corner. It's a corner to Wolves out on that right-hand side, but a good stop from Fabianski. Daleks or Cybermen. Played in from the corner. Zuma with an awful clearance, and my God, Fabianski has to come out and punch it away. Whips back into the area. It's a dangerous position, and it's headed back over from Thomas Souček, who does well. There was a slice clearance in the build-up of that from Kurt Zuma. It looked like an easy clearance, but he just mishits it, ends up flying towards the goal, and a punch, a big jumpy punch from Fabianski gets it away. It's rebounded back into a corner for Wolverhampton on this right-hand side. Early doors, yet another corner. Daleks, by the way, is the answer for me. Stephen, probably Daleks. There's something more about them. I do like the Cybermen a lot, but it has to be Daleks. They're too classic. Do you know what I mean? They're too classic. Corner, Aït-Nouri standing over it. Podence with him for the short option. Aït-Nouri whips it in. Headed away easily by Kurt Zuma that time. Semedo recollects the ball, lays it short to Connor. I think it's Connor Cody, maybe. But they deal with it. They deal with it. And Jimenez was looking for a foul against Craig Dawson there, who pulled him down. Unmoved, Mike Dean. Unmoved. Simon. Greetings, Charlie from Orlando. Maybe time for Anthony Zinni, 60 minutes. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Maybe. It has been a terrible start to the second half. We don't look significantly more active than we were in the first. Let's put it that way. Souček lays it short to Ben Rama. Fornals collects it, tries to spread the ball out towards Declan Rice. Just a little bit under hit. And Declan Rice, unmoved, just sort of allows it to get into feet of Wolves. Played over the top. Semedo's there once more, this time out wide. Trying to step up against Cresswell, who's just showing on the inside. The ball comes in. It's incredibly deep from Wolves. Neves went for it from range. Couldn't quite manage to keep it down. It's dude in a Sin Cara mask. What scenes you love to see. I think we should have a sub for a baby. But well, I've had a baby. I've had one first half. We reacted minorly to it. It wasn't a large reaction, and I think that was maybe because the chat was about it. Maybe that was why. Maybe it was the belief in the baby bell and the consumption of the baby belt rather than the baby belt itself. But we did have one in the first half. But Daleks can fly. This is kind of my point, They can fly. Because Cybermen are good. That moment in the first series of the reboot in 2005, when they're like, can't go upstairs, and it just starts hovering. Foul by Zuma on Jimenez, by the way. Clambering over him like me into bed. That's a lie. I've had like 3 hours sleep. West Ham are banned from radio now as well. Thank you for Ham's chat. Thank you for coming, Dexter. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Muchly, bigly. Milk, yo, with the anime avatar. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I just started watching Cowboy Bebop, if you're interested. The anime version, not the live-action Netflix one. I've never seen it before. I'm 2 episodes in. I like it. Shock. One of the best animes of all time. And I'm like, yeah, it's decent. Still. Good ball through for Jimenez. Collects it. He's now into the area. Tries to cross it. Dawson with a solid header. Straight off the bonds. Ka-chow. No messing. It was a good ball through. Ruben Neves, again, just finding Jimenez with a really nice pass. That really hurt my forehead. Cresswell comes and makes himself big to try to stop the cross in. And it does end up coming out for a corner for Wolves. Aït-Nouri, definitely not in the semicircle, but who gives a crap at this point? Again, he's got Podence short. He whips it in. Headed away easily from West Ham. Moutinho back out to Podence on the right-hand side. Wolves just taking their time with this build-up. Again, this is a situation where West Ham have all of the people back and in order, and the Wolves are forced into a long ball in which Fabianski collects well. Play it fast. Come on. Fabianski slams it. He threw it to Cresswell, who passes it straight back to Zuma in a really awkward place, who awkwardly tries to collect and can't do much with it. It's cleared away by Cresswell. And Kilman does well just to counsel it out alongside Moutinho. Neves lays it out wide to Ait-Nouri. I tell you what, Wolves have definitely been on top in this game. Played in, headed away. Ait-Nouri collects it and West Ham's pressure. West Ham need to step up a gear here. West Ham really need to step up a gear here. Ruben Neves just taking Jared Bowen down cynically. It's going to be a yellow card. It has to be. Yep, it is. Yellow card for Ruben Neves. It was cynical from Neves, to be fair. He knew he would get one from that. Bowen collects the ball out on the right-hand side, takes it through, tries to step up through the gears to make something of it, as with the interception. And he's just hacked down by Neves right in the middle of the park. It's one of the easier yellows you're ever going to see in your life. One of the easier yellows you're ever going to see in your life. Oh, my forehead. Why did I slap myself? Why did I slap myself? Yes, we're doing the rope of dope. 65 minutes, we're kicking it. Yeah, Scott, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Come on. Come on, Haley. Let's go. Big vibes. Just believe. Believe, as Cher once said. Believe. But not in life after love, just in West Ham doing something. Good ball once again for Wolves. Neves. Sorry, Podence out on the right-hand side. Kurt Zuma's trying to show him. Kurt Zuma does really well there. Kurt Zuma basically stops that single-handedly there. Podence, who seemed like there was a moment there where he could have done something incredible, and Wolves were streaming forward. I'm going to see. Oh, bless me. I misclicked on the mute button as well. I missed it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. There was a moment there. There was a moment there where Podence looked like he could do it, where he could do something kind of. It was brilliantly stayed. Just stood up and said no. That's all you need. That's all you need. Great defending. It is a corner. It is a corner. 2 Wolves. Whipped in from Moutinho. Headed away. Neves on the edge of the area. Goes for a shot again. Goes for a Neves special. Can't find it. Can't find it. Shot. Save. Good save. Good save. Just come from Irons Network. Just come from Irons Network. All the lads are naked, stripped off a charity. Do you mean West Ham Network? Is there a channel called Irons Network and I don't know about it? If so, I apologize, Irons Network, and I'll come and find you wherever you are. If you mean West Ham Network, fair play. Fair play. Fair play. Great save by Fabianski there, by the way. It was a good shot. Fabianski's having a good game. Whipped in from the corner. Free kick to West Ham. Free kick to West Ham. Yeah, West Ham now. Okay. I mean, I've just clicked on their stream and they're not naked. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I wish they were. I wanted them Rusty nips. I've said that on the internet now. Someone will probably send that to Russ as well. Hello, Russ. You're right, mate. It is what it is. Antonio tries to try and play it back across. I can't. I'll send it to Russ. I'm not scared. Not Russ. Antonio picks up the ball, tries to swing at it. Can't quite do anything with it. Declan Rice trying to find a little bit of space. Cresswell. Ken, ball in wasn't great, but West Ham this is a good spell by West Ham. Need to do something with it. This needs to be more constant. Rice from far. It was never going in. Easy save. Easy save. Milk, if you're here, I've just seen you in the chat of West Ham Network. How dare you? The start of war. Yeah. Not quite, but better. Good signs from West Ham. Better signs. A shot from range, better. Not quite perfect, but better. All Wolves are going forward here. Semedo again getting involved centrally. Podence pulls it back. Hit! It's a good goal from Wolves. It is a good goal. It's 1-0. It's well worked. Semedo once again finds good time and space to stream forward, plays the ball into Raul Jimenez, who from range, it's a good finish as well. You've got to respect it. From that sort of distance to just essentially slot it into the bottom corner from about 20, 25 yards. He's done well. Semedo just streams into that center pass. Podence picks up on the right, just slots it into. I was just on the edge of the area, maybe a little bit close enough for it was, but still inside the D. And it's a good finish. First time from Raul Jimenez. Steadies himself, slots it in. It's Wolves 1-0. It's Wolves 1-0. Look, and you can't say it's undeserved. That's the annoying thing. You can't say it's undeserved. And now there needs to be some sort of reaction. There needs to be some sort of reaction from West Ham. There hasn't been one as of yet. But there needs to be some sort of reaction. It's a good goal from Jimenez. It's a good finish. Here's a good finish. Look, we've played badly before. Our results have lied in suggesting that we haven't played badly, because we have. It's just the matches that we've played badly, we've stepped up and we've done something. You know, be it last ditch, be it whatever, we've stepped up. The problem is that we haven't stepped up in this game at all. We've maintained a very flat level of performance, and there needs to be something more. Lanzini has come on, by the way, in the middle of all that. Lanzini has come on, and hopefully he can change something. Mikel Antonio tried to do something out on the right-hand side again. Just finds himself so wide. Annoying. Time to see if we have the middle. Yeah. Do we? I don't. Well... Jared Bowen on the corner from the right-hand side here. Antonio's in there. Souček's in there. Rice is in there. It's played in. He's looking for Dawson. Punch clear from Jose Sarr. Done well there. My hair to get in front of my eyes. Lanzini plays forward. Oh, Lanzini came on. That's the person who wanted me to sing John Cena. Your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. It's the franchise. Shine, man. You can't see me. My time is now. Stella, but the Bella. There you go. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. It's no. If you listen to John Cena's album he released years ago, like 2006, something like that. There's a song called I can't remember what it's called, but there's so many banging lines. What is it called? But at the end of the day, we all human. Right now. Banger. Oh, 4 more. Come on, 4 more to 300. Let's go. Rice battling with Wang there for the ball. Wins it. But West Ham passing it around. Wolves have just been sharper than us. They just have been sharper than us. What if subs got to have WWE? That would be banging. Well, I was watching. This is a long time ago. This is probably 2 years ago at this point. I was watching snooker for the first time since I was like a kid, and they had walkout music like WWE. It was amazing. I was loving life. It was what time to be alive. Bell, Charlie says, Jamie. Okay, people. If we get 2 more calls for bells, if we get 2 more supports of the bell call, we'll start the vote. We'll see what happens. And we've hit 300. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. It helps us a lot. It helps me a lot. And it means I don't have to eat coal. So shout out. Thank you very much. 3. Bell. Feck it, Bell. Right, we've had the subsequent 3 chat. Right, we're going in. We now have a poll in the chat. Get involved. Click on it. You have until 65 minutes to make your call. The 65th minute is when the chat will the poll will end. When this says 6500. Yes or no for the bell. Is it bell time? Is it bell time? Have some beans on toast. I wish I could have some beans on toast. That sounds glorious right now. I can't lie to you. That sounds glorious. Mulch is calling for a bell. Bell on 65. There we go. So if we see a 65, what happen? It's a good opportunity for Wolves here, by the way. They've got forward. Nori dips it across. Headed back by Cresswell into the hands of Fabianski. It was a little bit over. It was a little bit over Jimenez, but he was making something happen there. Declan Rice dispossessed brilliantly by Jimenez. Completely made to look a bit of a fool. Podence lays it short. Neves tries something, can't make it work. You've got just under 2 minutes left to make your voice heard on the poll. I'm telling you right now, it's 79% yes, 21% no. If you think no, then you need to get involved in this poll. We have about 1.5 minutes left. Absolutely no midfield. Yeah, you're not wrong. Sorry, Charlie G messaged me and says your instinct is alcohol. Football against the horn. Go quick, faster, subscribe. Just subscribe, not even for my sake, just for Gatesy's sake. Gatesy and Duke do bits. You know, all the people who go on Force for Mine do bits. Get involved. Get involved. Wolves are making it very difficult. Right now, they are doing very well, and we are all over the You have less than a minute to go. 69% say yes on a bell. 31% say no. Again, if you want no, this is your last chance. Less than a minute to go. Less than a minute to go. Good man, Reese. Good man, Reese. Get involved if you haven't already. Sub to Fortune Minds. Rose Tyler, Amy Pond. Rose. I like Amy. Don't get me wrong. But Rose. Rose is a G, man. Rose is a G. My favorite is Donna. Not just because her family support West Ham, although that does help. My favorite is Donna. It goes Donna, Rose, Martha, Amy. And then I haven't seen any Doctor Who past Amy. I stopped watching. And I've only just got back into it. So I don't know. So I'm going through. But yeah, I'd say Rose. I'd say Rose. Antonio trying to do something. He's managed to get the ball forward here. And a god-awful pass from Antonio. Anything more, and he could have done something. Swings it with his left boot. Can't do anything. And we're about to end the poll. The poll has officially ended, ladies and gentlemen. It is yes. It is yes. I'm going to go and grab a baby oil. I should have grabbed two. It's basic. It's a basic error from me. It's a basic error from me. I should have grabbed two. But while I do that, let me just click this. I'm back in a sec. Go, Charlie, go. There we go. It's like I almost didn't leave. I mean, I categorically did, but it's almost like I didn't. I almost got back in time. Ugh. Right, just... For whom the baby bell tolls. Yes, Evan. Time marches on. You know what I mean? Get your bells in chat, everyone, because here comes the bells. Hell's bells, in we go. Get your bells in chat. Get your bells in chat. My hair is wild right now. My hair is wild right now. And I tell you what, because we didn't do it last time, bang, what? Say something. Say something. Bloody hell, it's all kicking off over there, isn't it? It's all kicking off over there. Right, there we go. There we go. Subs coming on. I saw Yarmolenko in the midst of that. The silent cheese. You just can't hear it. You just can't hear it. I demolished it. I plowed through that one. I plowed for it. Vlasic and Yarmolenko, apparently. Seeing them both. Rock theme. Yes. Yes. Interesting subs. They are quite interesting, to be fair. Again, if you don't know, Mulch might made the the stream animation. So definitely go check that out. Check out his channel if you don't already. Rocket League content. Good Rocket League stuff. But interesting subject. I agree. We'll see what he's definitely going for it. A double sub plus it being Yarmolenko and Vlasic is very interesting. We'll see how it plays out. And the bells are ringing out for David Moyes. You can just keep going with these bell things. That's the Christmas one, isn't it? Wish I could bell for West Ham, etc., etc. Antonio doing well to try and get in there, but he just overstretched again, just overplayed. Souček's tackle lands to the feet of a Wolves player anyway. Come on, believe, people, believe. Good tackle, Aaron Cresswell. Am I bothered? Yeah, I know what you mean. I really liked her though. I like the fact. Do you know what it was? It's because she came after Rose and Martha, who were both had a thing for the Doctor, and she was just mates. Do you know what I mean? She was just mates and getting out there, just doing bits. You know. All hail the bait. All hail the bells. All hail the bells. There we go. Go on, eat another bell. No, that's just crazy talk. I think two's the max. That's too much. I can't be eating more than 2. It's dangerous, scary. Scary. Played out wide for West Ham United, who have the ball now. Trying desperately to do something. Again, it's a period of possession. Mikel Antonio wobbling his way through. He's trying to angle for a shot. Plays it to Jared Bowen. Hits it. Oh, close. It was close. Mikel Antonio somehow wobbling his way into an issue. Somehow wobbling his way in. Plays it in. Bowen was definitely offside, by the way. Hits it high and over. I think, but if it would have gone to VAR, and probably would have been disallowed for offside. Bowen just slices it, hits it. Declan Rice eats all. Declan Rice eats baby bells. There you go. Yeah. Shoves them down, then passes sideways. Big plays. Can't overuse baby bells, obviously. Yeah, I agree with that. Although today there doesn't seem to be much of it. Anyway, Ben Rama's come off for Nikola Vlasic there. And Andrei Yarmolenko also come on for one of Jared Bowen. Going for interesting subs, like for like, which I disagree with. I do disagree with. In reality, what you want is you want to see a bit of something a bit different, something could change, and maybe a difference in formation or something. I don't know what formation you would change to in reality, but Yarmolenko and Vlasic feels very much like a like for like. I mean, we'll see how it ends up playing out. You have Yarmolenko and Vlasic who are both more used to playing sort of more centrally, I guess. Ben Rama's not going to play up front, for example. Either of those two you could make an argument for, especially Yarmolenko. And I think maybe just getting an abundance of those sort of players in and around could be useful. But at the same time, just concerning. Lanzini dropping deep here, getting involved in the play with our defense, just trying to build up through those lines. Hopefully it does something. Yes, vamos. Vámonos. Andre. You know? No tranquilo. Vlasic just battling for the ball there. Can't quite win it. Wolves clear it, but it is a kind of panic clearance. Lanzini collects the ball off Podence. Souček, Rice, Johnson, Rice, Lanzini. West Ham playing the ball around, trying to find space, trying to do anything. If you said to me at this moment, Charlie, would you take a draw? Yes, I would. It's a good ball through for Antonio, who bounces, just shoves the defender to the floor. Digs it across into a really good position. Souček couldn't quite get there. That was a really good chance. It's a change in player roles, not like for like. You're not wrong. What I mean for like, but I mean, nothing's a like for like if you're taking off Ben Bowen and putting on Yarmolenko. It can never be a like for like, right? But what I'm saying is you're not changing up the formation. The formation still remains the same, is what I mean, Retrust. I don't disagree with you there. I don't disagree with you there. Played out wide to Aaron Cresswell. I mean, and to some extent it's worked. We're seeing a lot more possession right now. We're seeing a lot more possession in good positions, not around the defense, just trying to find something. And again, if we could speed it up a little bit, play through the lines a little bit quicker, it might be able to do something with it. Declan Rice wobbles forward. Cresswell can't find some space, and so we end up moving the ball over to the right-hand side. But again, so slowly. Lanzini taking about 8 touches, and that's not a diss on Lanzini. That's just West Ham playing too slow. Craig Dawson collects the ball on the halfway line, playing 1-2s with Thomas Souček. And Wolves have done exactly what we did to Wolves. First 20 minutes when we were on top and we had all of the possession, but Wolves were passing it around slowly. But we just had this beautiful line where we just could hold them at bay and they were just passing it around too slowly. This feels like that. There's not enough pace around our players. A good play out there to Aaron Cresswell, who whips in the ball early. Looking for Antonio. It's cleared away by Wolves. Semedo tried it there. Couldn't quite find it. Gave it his best. Couldn't find a space whatsoever. Bowen out to Cresswell. Can't quite find it. It's a corner, though. It is a corner. It is a corner. We need the informed Antonio back. A little bit. Wolves have had the majority possession and shots. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's have a gander. It would not surprise me. Actually, we need to watch this corner first, and then I'll start double checking stuff. Cresswell goes up to take the corner. From the left-hand side, Cresswell corner, whips it in. Dawson was there, awkwardly done. Jose Sarr punches it over the top of Souček. West Ham still have possession of the balls with Yarmolenko on the right-hand side, puts it back in. Dawson nuts it across goal. Someone, something, do something. Handball from Thomas Souček in the build-up, apparently. The Bella twins, yes. You can look, but you can't bell. I could do more than that, but I think I've disappointed myself with that start, so I'm just going to end it there. David. You can look, but you can't touch. Not sure. Adama Traore is coming on now. Good. Whoops. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. Good work. Just good work. It's just good work. Mark is trying to wish this into existence. A 2-1 West Ham final score. Love that from you, Mark. Let's have a look at these stats, by the way. Let's have a look at these stats while we're here, shall we? While we're getting the subs. Podence is coming off, by the way, for your boy, Adama Traore. Let's have a gander. What's happening? 13 shots to 8. What are shots on target saying? 5-3. More possession. What about in the second half in general? Yeah, see, I was going to say West Ham have had a lot of possession in this second half, but just not done anything with it. I mean, it's not like we've not done nothing. We've had possession and we've had shots and everything else, but just not enough. That's what I would say. Not enough. It's going Fubar. It's not iron. It's not. Simply not being good enough. Basically, Matthew, I don't think you're wrong. Double belt. I don't know if my stomach can handle it. I'm already feeling my stomach a little bit. I don't know if it can handle it, Mr. Pardew. I've had 2 bells this match. And I don't know if either of them have really kicked us on in a way that we'd want. You know? I think either of them have kicked us on in a way we'd want. And so can we bell again? I don't know. I would be against it, but we'll see. But West Ham do have possession of the ball here. We've made all our subs. The dice have been rolled. And we need to step up here. We need to make something of this situation, you know? Again, we need to rise through those gears. I said at halftime that I didn't feel like Wolves had gears to step up through. that first half was basically as good as Wolves were going to get, and it's just a case of weathering that and getting some goals, right, and stepping up through our gears, because we definitely did have gears to go through, right. The problem is at this point is that we haven't stepped up through those gears at all. I don't know if Wolves have got particularly any better. I don't really think they have. They've probably just kept where they sort of were, but it's frustrating to see. Yarmolenko does well here, just getting into a position, hits the shot. If there's one person who will allow it, it's probably Yarmolenko. He will get it on target, but hits one of the Wolves players. It's cleared out as a West Ham. It was going to be a West Ham throw right by the halfway line, but good pressure means that it's now a Wolves throw in on about the halfway line. Frustrating. 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 It's good. I do enjoy a terrible joke every now and then, and that is a banger. Vlasic goes down, free kicks West Ham. Maybe try Derry Dunkers so we can double dip. It's not the worst idea, Scott. It's not the worst idea. It wouldn't be a terrible shout. Just pulled down there, Vlasic, by Nelson Semedo, who's injured himself in the process. Impressive. Impressive. Ten minutes to go here. And it feels like we're out of ideas. It feels like we're out of ideas. The performance just hasn't been there. Very flat, says David. I would agree with that, David. I think we've been flat. I think we've not played anywhere near quick enough. I think we've not made it difficult enough for our opposition. We haven't asked enough questions of them. When we have had possession of the ball and when we have had periods of domination in possession, we've passed it too slowly. And Wolves have dealt with it really well. Is what it is. The free kick from Cresswell lofted into the back post. Free kick against Craig Dawson. Free kick to Wolves inside their own area. It's just been, that first 20 minutes, if we'd capitalized on that, got a goal or done anything, then there might have been something in this game. But since then, Wolves stepped up a gear and they've just dealt with it since then. Very comfortably, very professionally. They've dealt with it. A couple of professional fouls here and there just to stop it from happening. It's a shame. It's a massive shame. Because 10 minutes to go and it feels like I don't know if we've got anything. We'll see though. I mean, West Ham once again have possession. Wolves are dropping deeper and deeper in this half. Cresswell into Vlasic. It's got Lanzini in centrally. Finds it past to Cresswell again. Finds it back to finds Cresswell again, is what I tried to say and missed there. Rice into the centre circle. And again, West Ham passing the ball around here, trying to spread that play left and right, but not doing it quick enough. When you switch play, when you go down one area, one side, and you get closed off, you go, right, we need to switch players, try the other side. We need to do it significantly. That is a terrible back pass that it almost ends up in our own net. Jesus Christ, a bit of miscommunication and a poor back pass, and we almost scored an own goal there. That was terrifying. When you try to switch the ball, it needs to be quicker than this. The whole idea is to try and catch out the opposition. If they're stopping you from advancing down one flank, you switch it over quickly to the opposite, and you make it happen. Yarmolenko dispossessed by Aït-Nouri beautifully there, by the way. Beautifully. You have to respect it. My God, that was lovely. Adama tries to play it centrally in towards someone. I don't know who. But yeah, and Wolves are working it back into the defense now. West Ham trying to press them to some extent, not brilliantly, or better than we have been for the last 60 minutes or so. It's a decent-ish enough ball to Jimenez. Dawson sort of leaves it and it gets goal side of him instead of going for the ball. Jimenez lays it short. And Wolves again. Wolves aren't. The thing is, Wolves don't need to score. We're playing like Wolves need to score. So we're allowing them to sort of play the ball around and play it backwards. But we're 1-0 down. We need to get possession of this ball. We need to make something happen with it. And it's not happening. Back to this switching the play point. Do it faster. Because if you're trying to catch the opposition unawares, you can't pass it into the middle of the park, make 3 passes around, take 8 touches each, and then play it around. It's too slow. It's almost pointless at that point. You're just wasting time. We need to be a bit quicker with it. Lanzini there, trying to raise up through the gears there. Oh, that's nice. I don't know who that was with a nice little flick. I think it was Thomas Suchek, but there was a beautiful flick through there at one point. Happens. I saw someone ask above. I believe that's how you pronounce that. I apologize if it's wrong. How are you watching it? I'm watching it. Link in the description below. Discord. I am definitely in North Idaho and not in London. So I can watch it on ESPN. However, if you click on the Discord below and join that, we have a bit in there called Stream Links, which has what you're looking for. I'm reading all these gates here and they all bang. They all bang. I'm here for it. West Ham trying to work it from the free kick here. Zuma heads it back across goal from the far post. Nothing. Rice on the edge of the area now, trying to find anything. Lays it short to Vlasic. Tries to whip it in. It's a good block from Nelson Semedo. Huang charges that down beautifully there, to be fair. Matthew, the second one for me worked. The second one for me worked. The first one was working, but then I changed to the second one. I mean, I've heard the second one works. Cresswell lays it short, looking for Mikel Antonio down that left-hand side. Again, he's just finding this space, but at least we've got more attacking players on now, I guess, to some extent. Antonio wins a free kick in a good position off the Wolves defender, who was just hassling him. It's Kilman, the one who gave the foul away. It's Cresswell now to take it. 85 minutes about to touch on the clock. And this is a good position. It's a good position to try and just get the ball into the box. Yeah, Kilman with a foul on Antonio. Just all hands. It's all hands. It's all hands. Rice and Cresswell standing over it. If Rice takes it, this is silly. Rice takes it. It's headed away. That was silly. Why not Cresswell? Why would Declan Rice just not get into the box for a header? I never know. But still, West Ham regain it in a decent enough position. Cresswell just tries to loft it in towards the box. Yarmolenko and Antonio were there. Neither can get fully a hold of it. Frustrating. I would very much settle for a draw at this point, GP. I can't lie to you. A very unearned draw. I would take that. I would have taken that. Foul against Declan Rice there. Picks up a yellow card for his troubles. On Nelson Semedo. He's had a good game, to be fair to Nelson. He's got no technical ability whatsoever, Nelson Semedo. He's a great dribbler. Unreal on the ball. The pace is insane, and he's caused us all manner of problems today. Glenn! My G, how are you, my friend? I hope you're good. I hope you're very good. Glenn's a lovely man, by the way. Subscribe to Glenn's channel as well. Glenn's just a good lad. Glenn's a great lad. So on comes former West Ham target and probably should have been our player, Den Donker. He's come on for Huang as Wolves look to keep it tight, to quote Xavier Woods towards the end of this. 87 minutes on the clock. Well, it's the 87th minute, I should say. Wolves free kick, fairly deep on the right-hand side. An in-swinger incoming, potentially. Oh, Ayanori. That was... what an opportunity for Gilman. Ayanori. So Ayanori runs up to it the wrong way, runs straight over the ball, like to fake it, then turns around, runs at it the right way with his left foot and whips it in. And I'll tell you what, it's a weird set piece routine, but it bloody worked. It bloody worked. Still 1-0 to Wolves. Still 1-0 to Wolves. And depressingly, I think it'll stay that way. I'll try to catch what I missed. Yes. I love it. Usually, Ed. Sometimes when Ed's in here, all things Leeds, a Leeds channel, Ed comes in quite semi-often. And this is usually Ed's job. He just spams terrible dad jokes at me, and I love it. And I'm very okay with it. And Gatesy, you're doing your thing right now, and I respect it immensely. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Fortune Brands already, go do that. Go do that. Indeed. 319 likes, by the way. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it immensely. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A bigger... collision from Vlasic and Neves there. Free kick towards Wolves somehow. $100,000 wasted on Antonio's private playing back from Jamaica. Mate, we could just get a second striker. It'd be a lot easier. Kind of solve our problems, but we refused to do it for a year for some reason. Well, more than a year, I guess, at this point. Roll on January. Ugh. Played forward. Declan Rice can't get there. We're almost at the 90th minute. Adama does well to dribble his way through. Mate, Adama Traore, man, he's just unstoppable on the ball. He really is. If he had any end product, he would be one of the best footballers in the world. He's so dangerous. He's so ridiculously dangerous. Big ball over the top looking for it. We are now officially into stoppage time, ladies and gentlemen, at which point we have 4 minutes to decide who is the Hammers Chat man of the match. Who do you think? Whoever gets the most amount of votes wins. I will judge it from just having a gander. Whoever it looks like gets the most amount of votes, I will announce as the Hammers Chat man of the match. Who are you saying, people? What we vibing? Let me know. Let me know. Is there a final twist in the tale? Oh my God. Can you tell? I've had 3 hours sleep. Yarmolenko tries to do something. Can't quite find the space. Can't quite find the space. I mean, Chippy, to cover that point, I mean, this is what I mean for like. You're not changing the formation significantly. If you were changing the formation or the vector of attack, then it doesn't really matter if your person you're bringing on is inferior, right? It's all about personnel and the way you move them, right? It's not really about like the individuals. It's about where they are or how they're moving and stuff like that. You know, Leicester, that side wasn't better than a lot of those other teams in the league on paper, you know, but in reality, it's about how those people play and how they work together as a team. So when we brought those subs on and it was all like for like, and I don't mean like for like in terms of like Bowen and Yarmolenko are the same sort of player, and Vlasic and Ben Rama are the same sort of player, because they're not. I mean like for like in terms of positions aren't changing, and that vector of attack, again, if you want to word it in such an OTT way, isn't working before, why is it going to work after? Now, certainly since we've had the subs, we've had more possession on the ball. Rice whips in for the back post, looking for Antonio, goes down, no foul for me. Is what it is. And now Wolves can counter attack. The ball's with Adama Traore. He steps up through the things. Adama wants to shoot. He should have laid it off. There was an option for him on the right side. He does really well. At some point, I'll scream and just pull him down. Not that it's necessary, but yeah. We have had more possession and everything since the subs, and we've played better since the subs, but it's too little too late, and the levels haven't raised enough. So it's less about individuals to me and more about situations and tactics. But let's have a look at some of these. Nominations, shall we? Right. So nobody, Fab. Hard to choose. Bowen, Fab. I mean, I'm willing to just say Fabianski at this point. Played out wide by West Ham out onto the right hand side. Johnson tries to whip it in. Vlasic couldn't quite get there. It was too far ahead of him. A minute left. One last twist? Probably not. Scroll. I'm willing to give it to none of the above, not Zuma. I'm willing to say everyone's shocking, but Fab. There we go. Fabianski, congratulations. You were Ham's chat man of the match. Full respect to you, my friend. Congratulations on being a standout player in a rough old time. A rough old time. I just received an unreal message. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rough day. It's been a rough day for us all. It's not happened for West Ham. It's not the Wolves. Wolves are now saying they need the ball changed. It's flat. It is being changed. Cool, Muncher Wash. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wrong, but I appreciate it. As Trincao is looking to come on for Wolves as well. It's been a rough old game. And if you want a full proper dissection of it, stick around because Gonzo will be live once this sorry excuse for a game is finished. Gonzo will be live with a full match review, which I'll be linking to you in just a minute in this chat. So definitely stick around for that. But remember that I am live every single match day without fail here, and it only works because of you lot coming in. I'm here by myself, no matter what. So I appreciate it. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Like the video, because again, it means I can actually eat tonight. I don't have to eat coal, which we did get to. We got to 327, which thank you so much, by the way. Thank you so much. That is a big number. That's a big number. West Ham trying something. Last throws the game. It's the 96th minute of the 4 minutes of added time. It's still going. Mike Dean still not blown the whistle yet. West Ham maybe one last opportunity. Lanzini's on the ball. Antonio. Do something. Gets tackled. And there is the final whistle. It ends. West Ham United 0. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. What can you do? Rough. Two monkeys sharing Amazon account. They are probably mates. Nice. Good. Fancy one. Can you make a new channel, please? I can. It's called A Top Mark. I do wrestling watch-alongs. Come check it out. I'm doing one tomorrow for Survivor Series. Yes, lads. Follow me on Twitter. Anyway. Nonsense. What a load of crap. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Andy, mate. I don't disagree. The thing is, we can't sit here and kid ourselves and say that we haven't played badly this season already. We have. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is the only time we haven't played well this season, because there's been other games where we haven't played well. Brentford, for example, a prime example. We did not play well against Brentford whatsoever. There's been plenty of times like that this season. You know, this isn't the only time we haven't played badly. Unfortunately, we at no point looks like we even threatened to step up through the gears today. And that's a massive shame. I thought that when they came out halftime, Moyes might have done something to just absolutely do him in, but it didn't happen. And instead, we limp to a 1-0 defeat after a huge, just incredible performances time after time again this season, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We've got a hell of a lot of games to come in the coming weeks, in the coming months. Before January, we've got 9 games in December, plus all the ones we've got left in November before January. We don't have an international break in between. So it's going to be a lot of time. big disappointment today, but these things happen. These things do happen. It's a shame. It's a massive shame. But what can you do? What can you do? We need another striker, says Dylan. Yes, Dylan, I strongly agree with you, mate. I really do strongly agree with you. It's not even to diss Antonio necessarily, but it's just we can't rely on him every time. We just can't. We were poor. Credit to Wolves. Where we got what we deserved. We learned a lesson. Move on. We can't sit here and act like Wolves weren't good. We can't sit here and act like Wolves. I'm not going to say dominated us or anything like that, but we can't sit here and act like they weren't at least the better team and didn't deserve it. I mean, if let me just double check that we haven't got a link yet before I do anything. Because if we do, I'll end it. Have we got a link? Have we got a link? Am I gonna have to ring Gonzo? We have to ring Gonzo. But before we do that, yeah, if we to look at this again just very quickly before we go, and you're looking at you saying, look, they had more possession than us. They had almost twice the amount of shots we did. If you're looking at ones on target, they had more pass. Their pass slightly less in the end, but look how many more passes they did. That's a huge step up, by the way. If you look at the second half from West Ham, you can see just how many more West Ham did. Wolves basically sat deep and allowed us to do whatever once they scored the goal. It's a shame. It is what it is. Wolves were a significantly better team than us, unfortunately, today. You hate to see it. You hate to see it because, again, we've been pretty good for a long time, but you have to give them the credit they deserve. We can't sit here and act like they didn't deserve that. We can't sit here and act like they did not deserve that whatsoever. I'm just going to... there's no stream yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call Gonzo live on air. Just very quickly. Just to double check he's not asleep. Not if he fell asleep during the match, he could do a review, but we'll do that. I won't show that because it has his number on it, but you can... Gonzo. Just see. Scarily, it's gone through to voicemail. We'll give him a couple of minutes. Let's get some more of your comments going. Let's get a few more of your comments going before we end this. Was Antonio playing today? It didn't feel like it at times. I think he has been poor for a while. He scored twice in international football, and that's obviously an amazing achievement and fantastic for him. And what a grand old time. But realistically, I don't think he's played well for us for a long time. For a month now. He's looked tired. He's looked lethargic. He's looked like he just wasn't fit and firing like usual. And I think today was another one of those games where it just didn't happen for him. It just did not happen for him. Which sucks because if it doesn't happen for him, we have 10 men on the pitch because he's guaranteed to play because we have no other strikers. And it's all well and good getting a private jet back and all this other sort of stuff. But realistically, it's not happening, is it? It's just not happening. Wouldn't make sense if Gonzo fell asleep watching the game. You're not wrong. Can't get fourth like that. And how is it possible we only have one striker? I mean, this striker thing is going to keep coming up. I mean, even Nuno saying toothless today. Which good to see, Mr. Espirito Santo. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Dorsak, Suchek, Fornals, Ben Rama, Bowen, Antonio Vlasic, all terrible today. Worst performance of the season. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we do now officially have a link for the review. So make sure, just go double check Gonzo's awake. I'll be putting that in there now. Make sure to go and just enjoy that as much as you can. Dissect what happened. Make sure Gonzo's awake. All of that good stuff. And remember what I've said. We are live every single match day here. Every single match day. I'm here doing a watch along. And it only works because you lot join me, because I do it by myself. And so without you, it literally would not work. So thank you very much for coming. Subscribe, like. We hit the 300, so I can eat tonight. Yes. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Try not to let it ruin it too much. Enjoy the review as much as you can. I shall speak to you later. Thank you very much, everyone. See you later. Bye.